a very good afternoon to you. And if it's felt like England have been dancing in the dark, now the time for glory days. Another tournament, another knockout phase, never to be taken for granted. England stand where they've been so many times before. A fortnight away from a magnificent end to one of sport's longest, relentless, infamous waits for a trophy. Berlin remains over the horizon for now, but the route is opening up, making the journey to this point now largely irrelevant. Safe progress, the name of the game. First of the four remaining hurdles, the Slovakian side who shot Belgium in their opener, who showed attacking verve and defensive rowdy against Ukraine, and steely resolution to hold Romania. They came into the tournament as one of the four lowest ranked teams. Now they eye their first ever quarter-final and the biggest win in their history. Well, this is the side that England have named as they bid to win a fourth successive round of 16 tie at a major tournament. Pickford in goal, Walker, Stones, Gahey and Trippier, Rice and Mainu, Saka, Bellingham and Foden, and Kane, who scored 6 goals in his last 6 knockout ties. Slovakia had the Bravka in goal, Pekarik, Vavro, Skriniar and Hansko, Lobotka, Shranz-Kuchka, Duda and Haraslin, with Strelec up front. Well, Ashley, you've been in the dressing room for knockout ties under Gareth Southgate. Just give us a quick insight into what might have been said in there over the last 10-15 minutes or so.
I think it's forget what's gone on in the group stages now. This is the game. This is the game to turn up. This is the game to go and put on a performance. This is the game that sets everyone, these fans here, the media, everyone. It sets us through ready to go and produce for the rest of the tournament now. And I think there would have been a few choice words, and a few of the players would have said a few of their words before the game, and then the manager would have spoken. Now it's time to go and do the talking on the pitch.
Well, never in England's history have they reached the last 8 of 4 successive major tournaments, but now they're just 90 minutes away. This is a day when they don't just need to progress, but provide the performance that underpin their hopes of ultimate success. A day to take a step forward through the tournament, and a big step forward in terms of quality. Switzerland in Dusseldorf for the winners of England-Slovakia. And the Slovakians in all blue kick from right to left in this first half. England again in all white, defending the end away to our left-hand side. Just keeping an eye on Jordan Pickford after that slight injury we think he may well have picked up in the warm-up, just on his little finger of his left hand. He just seemed to be adjusting his gloves again for a moment before the ball is played back to him for his very first touch. John Stones has it now and goes square to his left-hand side for Mark Gahey. Back for Pickford again. Pickford will take a couple of touches inside the 6-yard box. England with 3, keeping their height right on halfway, isolated against 4. Long ball pinned forward. Harry Kane just given a little push in the back there by Duda. He's able to come away with the ball. Rice plays it out to the left-hand side for Trippier. And Phil Foden on the England left again. And then Trippier goes back for Mark Gahey. And he will find John Stones. We've heard from Ashley, I'm delighted to say, as always, alongside us, the former England captain, Stuart Pearce.
Yeah, just looking at the press from Slovakia, there's almost a 6-man press here, if you like, that press quite high, and Lobotka is the deepest line of the ones. We need to get players beyond him, drop the ball into Harry Kane and build from there. Either side of Lobotka, Bellingham and probably Foden dropping into those holes would be helpful.
Well, Lobotka, in the game against Belgium, which they won by a goal to nil, would push forward and really detail Kevin De Bruyne. It'll be interesting to see whether he's happy to come forward into England territory again to do his pressing this time. They'll bring the ball forward now with Pekarik, but he's overrun it, and it goes out of play for an England throw, which Kieran Trippier has taken. He's gone back for Declan Rice. John Stones again, who, like Pickford, makes his 23rd consecutive appearance. Start in major tournament football, which is an all-time England record. Jude Bellingham bringing the ball forward. He celebrated his 21st birthday yesterday. He's playing his 250th game for club and country tonight. Lovely long switch of play from Kyle Walker to find Phil Foden. It's combining Foden and Trippier over on the left-hand touchline. Goes back for Declan Rice again on the edge of the centre circle. Touch from Mainoo, the Stones. England are playing the ball between them with the confidence and accuracy inside the opening 3 minutes here in Gelsenkirchen. And Margay, he just sold a little bit short there. And John Stones will come back and mop up the loose ball, but Gahey has picked up a yellow card for the challenge, and that means that if England make it through, he is suspended.
Yeah, I think we've paid the penalty there. Wonderful switch of play by Cole Walker, arrived at the feet of Trippier, and he combined with Foden, and they combined to come backwards instead of going forwards. Once you get advanced that far, they're the sort of situations, especially early on in games, you've got to go and take people on one-on-one.
So England with Margay on a yellow card inside the opening 3 minutes, and it's a free kick that will be taken by Slovakia. It's only about 15 yards inside England territory. England are able to hold a high line about 7-8 yards outside the box. One of the players standing over this free kick, Skriniar, the captain of Paris Saint-Germain centre-half, has made his way forward. It's a right-footed ball delivered into a dangerous area. Pickford couldn't watch it wide, but it was a Slovakian first contact, and that was a half chance.
I don't know whether you saw that then, Ash. Mark Gahey has just been told, I think, to pick up Skriniar and just tugged him back a little bit. He's got to be so careful now.
Yeah, that's right, and especially with this referee, like we said before the game, that he likes to produce a yellow card and red card, and Mark Gahey's been booked already, so he's got to be careful. And I think they might play on the fact of playing on Mark Gahey now, but like you just said earlier, then if you see the positions that Jude Bellingham's picking up beside Lobotka, if he can get on the ball more, then it creates more space for Harry Kane, and then we need the runners off him then.
Ashley Young, part of our England commentary team today here on TalkSport. Harrisleen, the danger man, coming in off the Slovakian left-hand side. It's a good reverse ball, and it's right across the face of goal from Hansko. But nobody could get a touch to turn it over the line. And England's back line turned twice inside the opening 5 minutes.
Yeah, it certainly was. And as I say, you pay the penalty for not going after the opposition when you have advanced areas of the ball. On that occasion, Slovakia got it, and they thought of nothing else apart from driving beyond the back of England's defence into the box. And he slid it across. It was half a cross, half a shot. Unfortunately for England, went past the far post.
From the 3 games that they played so far, it tends to be their chief attacking access. Slovakia down the left. Harrisleen tends not to last for 90 minutes, but can cause some major problems. Did that in the game that they lost against Ukraine, particularly. Got an assist in that game, and this battle with Kyle Walker is going to be absolutely integral for England defensively today. England coming into this with excellent defensive records, the 1 goal conceded so far. Saka will pick up a long ball and do so very neatly on the right-hand side. He's got past Hansko, the fullback. He's brought it back to the edge of the area. Bellingham taking a couple of touches, can't get a shot in. Mainoo, though, can recycle it. And he finds Saka on the right-hand side of the penalty area. Back in for Kobbie Mainoo. And Saka, who's almost in, but Skriniar just got in the way in the nick of time for Slovakia. And then one of the Slovakian defenders goes down inside the penalty area, and another yellow card is shown. I think it's Bukayo Saka that has picked that up. We talked before the referee's reputation, and he's not eyes down. 2 yellow cards shown inside the opening 6.5 minutes. One to Gahey, and I think that one to Kobbie Mainoo. Just went in slightly over the top of the ball, and he caught Hansko on the top of the foot.
Well, this is a worrying trend that the referee's showing at the moment. I just hope he doesn't spoil a decent game of football, I really do. And opportunities there, England trying to play their way through. Still, I would like to have seen the ball probably crossed into the danger zone.
Right, open start of the game with 7 minutes gone. At 0-0. Ball with Dubravka. Familiar figure, Slovakian international goalkeeper. Newcastle man. Played more than half of the Geordies games this season in the absence of the injured Nick Pope. Dubravka getting it away here. Volleyed back by Saka. Chested down by Skriniar. He can bring the ball forward over halfway, and then a nice turn in the midfield by Harrisleen has come in off the left flank into the inside right channel for a moment. Chip forward towards the edge of the penalty area. Strelec knocks it down, A shot comes in, but it's blocked from Harris-Lean. Another one fired across the edge of the 6-yard box. Let's try to make a run. John Stones is able to defend the space, and he goes out of play for a goal kick that Jordan Pickford will take. It's been a very opening 8 minutes.
It has, yeah, and I think you look at Slovakia, the way they're playing there, they're the ones that are putting the ball in the box and, putting dangerous balls in the box as well. And we want to see that from England. Like Pukaya just had the chance then, he could have put it in the box, and when he pulled it back to Jude Bellingham, I always see him hit it first time. But we've now got to start getting up the pitch and finding pockets of space where you can see right now Phil Foden's in a pocket, Jude Bellingham's in a pocket. We need to find them players to get Slovakia on the back foot.
And there's a lot of fluidity between Bellingham and Foden, particularly in the last game. We made the point that if you look at the heat maps of the two players, you couldn't really tell who was on the left and who was at 10. You can today. It's very much Bellingham playing at 10, and although Foden is in a central position now, Jude Bellingham continues to be to his right. Walker will be able to bring it forward, find Saka. Saka controlling it, goes back inside his own half. It's 0-0 on TalkSport with 8.5 minutes gone, but a couple of slight skirmishes around the England penalty area in the early stages, and already Yehi and Mainu on yellow cards. Bellingham with a great ball in, coming in off the left flank. It's a skied effort by Kieran Trippier. Really good run. Had time to take a touch. 15 yards out, he's ballooned it over the bar.
Yeah, I think Bellingham has probably tried to pick out the run of Kane and he's mishit it. That's the way I'm seeing it. Trips has come onto it and should do a lot better on his right foot.
Yeah, I think that you can tell that Jude wasn't trying to find Trips there, but it's one of the things. It's a chance, and hopefully we can build on something like that.
He's just got the one goal so far in his international career, Kieran Trippier, to come in a World Cup semi-final. It remains that free kick against Croatia his only goal for his country, 6 years on, with a half-decent chance to put England ahead here. Switzerland in Dusseldorf next Saturday for the winners of this in the quarterfinals of the Euros. Bobby Mainu in possession. Just a little test of his character now, the 19-year-old, having been booked so early on. Bellingham playing it out to his left-hand side for Kieran Trippier. Down the line for Phil Foden. Back he goes for Trippier again. Trippier's first line and control the ball. Goes slightly back behind, square for Yehi. Now forward from Stones. Saka trying to take the ball on the half turn. Draws Hansko, the fullback, out of position. Mackney's done well. Good quick feet from him. Bellingham into the feet of Kane. Now on the right-hand side, it's Kyle Walker that supplies the width. 5 in the penalty area for him to try and hit. But he's hitting towards the edge of the box and it's easily clear. Trippier recycles it for England. Still 0-0 with 10 gone here on TalkSport. Rice to Mainu. Walker just drifting back out towards the right-hand touchline. Mainu's done well to find it. Walker down the line. Saka can control it before it rolls over the dead ball line. Plays it back for Walker. He gets himself into a crossing position, chipped over the top then by Declan Rice, but too much on that for Walker. And he goes out of play for a goal kick, 0-0.
Great set-up on this right-hand side, ball in behind, lovely slid pass. Saka's gone in behind, decided to check, rolled it back onto Walker, perfect for any fullback. Come on, rip it into the box, fading away from the goalkeeper, declines the opportunity. We cannot afford to do that.
I think that's exactly it, Stu. We've got the opportunity to put the ball in the box, and I'm sure Harry Kane's eyes were lighting up there seeing Kai Walker coming onto it, and I say we've declined not to put it in the box again, and now we're on the back foot again.
With Harris-Lean getting in behind Walker here. Harris-Lean getting himself into a shooting position. It's cleared from behind Pickford, almost off the line by John Stones. And England, for all the defensive resolution they've shown in this tournament so far, have been caught at 6s and 7s at the back on 2 or 3 occasions inside the opening 12 minutes. And they've now conceded a free kick with Jude Bellingham fouling Duda about 10 yards outside the penalty area. Really good defending as Harris-Lean had the shot. It took a little deflection away from Jordan Pickford, and it was Kieran Trippier that came in just to whack it away with his right foot and spare England's blushes.
I've got to say, Jim, if I was a neutral, I'd be really enjoying this wide open game, but I'm not a neutral, and England have had too many harem-scarum moments for my liking so early on in the game.
Harris-Lean stands over this free kick. Left-hand side of the penalty area, 12 yards outside the box, hit into a dangerous area. Stones got it away, and then the bounce was a little bit awkward for Lobotka. And as England bring the ball forward, they win a free kick, and the referee, who can't help himself, pulls out another yellow card.
Jim, I can't believe that UEFA put this referee up to referee any game at this tournament with that sort of disciplinary record, because it's almost physically impossible to keep 11 players from either side on the pitch.
So just to reiterate, in his last 25 games, Umamela has shown 10 red cards. And he's shown 10 yellows in his 2 games in the tournament prior to this. He's shown 3 inside the opening 13 minutes here. Gehi and Mainu of England, and Juraj Kucka for Slovakia. It's 0-0. England look for a long ball over the top, trying to get Foden in behind Pekarik, and he's done well. He's wrapped his left foot around it. Saka trying to get on the end of it. Hans goes there. He can clear, put it out of play for a throw.
I tell you what, thank goodness for that. Someone's put a ball in behind the opposition's defence, and we better run and get on the end of it. And it's the sort of action we've got to do. If you want to free up the space in front of the back four, you've got to turn them every now and then.
Walker goes back to Stones. Mark Gehi inside his own half. Kieran Trippier, who's had England's best side of goal in the opening 14 minutes, is 0-0. England one-off target attempts. Slovakia have had 3. And now John Stones has got the ball at the back. Here's Ashley Young.
Sure, I think you're right there. I think Phil Foden must have confidence now that he can beat the fullback with his pace, and if he comes in short and spins in behind him, I think every time if Kieran Trippier looks up and he's making that run, he's got to find him there, because he's got the pace on the fullback, and that can get us in behind and get us up the pitch.
Foden done exactly that then. He's come in short, and the fullback says, I'm not coming in there with you because I'm scared of your pace now. So exactly as Ash has alluded to, it sent a message out to the fullback.
Foden then driving through the midfield, wins a free kick from Kucka. It was a genuine attempt to win the ball in this time challenge. And a free kick that England have taken. They've taken it conservatively, worked it back inside their own half with 15 minutes in. And let's go pitch side to TalkSport's England correspondent Faye Carruthers. Good afternoon, Faye.
Just watching Jordan Pickford telling everybody to get up high up the pitch, just as the Slovakian fans start a chant just behind us. They believe their team can get a goal here.
Mainu on the edge of the centre circle finds Stones. Stones just come forward, the ball caressing the paint on the edge of the centre circle. For his work to do his right for Kyle Walker. To Stones again, to Rice. Isn't the low, compact defensive block that England are facing today that they've struggled against in recent games, notably on Tuesday against Slovenia. Slovakia playing with a mid-block really, a little bit further up the field, playing in the same manner that they have in the 3 previous games. Been a bit of speculation they might sit a little bit deeper against England. They haven't. Long ball over the top's too long for Saka, and it's going to drift away out for a Slovakian throw down by the corner flag. So, gentlemen, what have you made of the opening 16 minutes? Because it's been good and bad, really.
It certainly has. I mean, it's been a wide open game, no doubt about that. I think the Slovakians have took their opportunities to put the ball in and across the face of the box, which has caused a problem. We probably haven't. And the referee, and he's going to do it again, puts another player.
Yeah, it's Bellingham, and this time for a missed time challenge as they look to break quickly through Harrisley, and then Bellingham is in the book. This will not end 11 against 11.
It's the biggest feature of the game so far after 14-15 minutes, that the referee will dictate the scoreline of this game, sadly.
He just can't help himself. He's got a track record that shows that, and England have got problems now with Mainu, Gehi and Bellingham all on yellow cards.
Yeah, of course. And like you said, we alluded to it before the game, and the referee, it's like he wants to make it about himself, and which could be the disappointing thing. And hopefully we can have all the England players that stay on the pitch until the final whistle. But like I say, right now the referee looks like he's trying to make the game about himself, and which is disappointing.
We talked in the past, Stu, about Jude Bellingham having to make sure that the red mist doesn't descend at moments like this.
Yeah, certainly. To be honest with you, out of the 3 bookings that preceded it, I think that was probably the only one that deserved the booking, if I'm being honest.
Hansko, the left back for Slovakia, bringing it forward. Plays back for Lobotka, who will sit in front of the back 4 and is the playmaker. He really is integral to how Slovakia get on in this game. They scored against England in the last meeting just 3 minutes in. It was back in 2017. England came from behind to win that. It's 0-0 here with 17 minutes gone today here on TalkSport. 75-25 the possession in England's favour. But the better moments in the penalty area have come from Slovakia, ranked 45 in the world. Carl Walker was able just to trot across and get there ahead of Hanskos. The ball was slipped down the Slovakians' inside left channel. Way back for Pickford. Pickford out towards Gahey to Kieran Trippier on the England left. 5 yards outside his own penalty area. Arrows one through towards John Stones. Later today, Spain take on Georgia. That's on TalkSport 2 from 8. The winners of that game facing Germany in Stuttgart next week. And tomorrow, Emmanuel Petit will be joining us for France-Belgium. Build up at 4 ahead of a 5 p.m. kickoff here on TalkSport. It's going to be followed by Portugal-Slovenia. If you're wondering why tonight's game, Spain-Georgia is on TalkSport 2. It's the most comprehensive debrief to an England international anywhere on your dial. Sports Bar from 8, all of the reaction from you, from Gareth Southgate, and from the headline makers as well here on TalkSport tonight. Carl Walker with a long ball forward now towards the corner of the box. It's headed away and goes out for a throw that Kieran Trippier's in a hurry to take. He launches it quickly into the centre of midfield for Declan Rice. Rice back for Mainu. Mainu 15 yards in Slovakian territory, plays it back out towards Bukayo Saka. Saka with an opportunity to try and run, and Hansko and Harris Lee. He's just drifting across the edge of the penalty area. Passes it to his left for Declan Rice. From him to Foden and towards Trippier on the corner of the penalty area. He has to quickly take evasive action for the ball intended for Declan Rice. Rice clipping it in first time. It's easily headed away. Slovakians will win the second as well, and Hansko chips it forward. Stones with a poorly judged defensive header fell straight for Strelets, and now Duda's going to be able to play it forward. Good challenge coming in though by Declan Rice, just to win possession back and negate any Slovakian counter-attack. He's stayed down there, but it was a fair challenge from Rice, and the ball's going to be put out of play so that he can receive any treatment Kuchka that he needs. It was a heavy challenge on him, but a clean one, a fair one, a very well timed one.
Yeah, it was super challenge. I think the Slovakians want to play like this. They want to play in two phases really. They want to keep their back four in place on the halfway line and keep the distances nice and tight and not come out. And the other six playing in front of them, they leave it to them to squeeze on reasonably high, looking for any giveaways of possession. We've either got to play through that press, or I think we've got to mix it up and drop it in just behind the press and turn the back line around to mix it up. It will play into their hands if we keep playing in front of them.
Yeah, I think you're right, Stuart. That's exactly the way that they're looking to press, and the six are pressing really high. If we can get balls in behind their six and get Jude Bellingham on a turn, get Phil Foden on a turn, then we can get runners off them. I think that's where we can cause Slovakia problems. Right now we're not doing it as much as we can. I think we can even turn them in behind it a little bit more to then create even more space behind the six. So hopefully as the game progresses we can get on the front foot and start finding them pockets or put it in behind them.
Stones goes back for Walker. And Walker just works it down the England right-hand side for Bukayo Saka. The hands goes in there with a challenge, a clean one, just went it back and flick it through the midfield, and then just for a moment it looked as though Strelets was going to be able to take it on. There's a slight fragility about England just outside the penalty area at the moment. Stones can motor forward into the midfield, urged on by Stuart Pearson. 35,000 here in white. Back from him to Kobbie Mainu. Mainu to his right-hand side for Walker. Saka waiting in space, but it's worked more progressively through Mainu out towards the left-hand side instead for Kieran Trippier, who will control it. He plays it back for Rice. Rice inside his own half again for Gahey. This is a familiar pattern that we've seen many times in this tournament so far. England with easy possession but worked in non-dangerous areas. Now they'll try and get Phil Foden in. Foden taking on but losing out of the centre-half Favreau down on the touchline, and Bekariki's going to be able to help it through the midfield. Not effectively though. England winning it back. Bellingham trying to take it on the half turn. Bellingham now inside the penalty area. Skewered to his right-hand side. It's cleared. A big handball shot in there. The VAR will be having a look at a couple of incidents in the penalty area. Half cleared. Another ball comes in, and a header goes just wide of the far post from Kane. He's taken the deflection. Harry Kane will now go across and have a word with the referee, and the VAR, Rade Abranovic, will just be having a look to see if there was any case to answer inside that penalty area.
Yeah, we're looking at the replay, and I'm not seeing. I've identified something. It's Bellingham trying to put the ball into the box, convinced that there was a handball there. The referee's waved it on, and the game will go on.
Trippier just having a word with the assistant referee, Emre Asoy. Trippier will be to take this corner. It is the first of the game. He's got the opportunity to work it short to Saka. Mainu stands unmarked just outside the area. It's gone to Saka. Left-footed ball flighted in. Took a touch off the head of Vavro. And then a couple more headers. And then Mainu with a dipping drive. 22 yards down. It is so sweetly right-footed. And it just cleared the junction of post and bar.
Well, super strikes, come out to the edge of the box, set up perfectly for him, and he's hit it like a lick of a paintbrush, if you like. And he just couldn't bring it down quick enough.
I think that's the one where you don't want to catch it so sweetly and it evades the keeper and goes in, but it was a great strike from Kobe Mainu, and it was unfortunate it didn't go in.
Last goal he scored, the winner in the FA Cup final. And he scored his first international goal there. Slovakia can bring it forward again with Harrison. Playing back towards the left-back Hanscom. There's a good combination between those two, and Duda to the left-hand side, the midfield playmaker as well. Lobotka coming forward to join in. Exchange of passes between him and Duda. And back inside his own half-four, Skriniar, who's at fault for both of the goals in the Slovakian defeat in Ukraine. They led in that game but ended up losing. There is a sense that perhaps they don't get the trip in games. They are able to bring it forward here after a bright start. A chance inside the penalty area, and it's been taken. Schranz with the goal, and England trail in Gelsenkirchen. The backline turn, Schranz coming onto it, flick round the corner of the England defence, and he took a touch, drew Jordan Pickford, slots it past him, and England in this round of 16 tie trail Slovakia by a goal to nil. It can only get better.
Well, England have played the penalty there of trying to keep things and keep possession of balls they should just be clearing and popping back into the areas they come from. They really should. They've tried to keep things alive, and all of a sudden the Slovakians have been on to us, straight in on goal, slid into the back of the net.
Just the ball round the side of John Stones. Schranz doing brilliantly to get on the end of the through pass from Strelac. It just seemed as though Mark Gahey hurt himself in the process as well. He's now receiving treatment now in the goal mouth, and that is a major problem for England, as is the scoreline, Ashley Young.
Yeah, of course it is, but I think we've created that problem ourselves. We've said it, Slovakia want to play the four at the back and they want to press with a six, and if you're playing short balls into midfield and they're getting taken off us, we're going to be on the back foot again. And it's, for me, I think it actually come from Mark Gahey at a short pass, and it's led to Slovakia winning the ball back, going back, putting a long ball into the channel, winning the first header, winning the second ball, and then obviously scoring the goal. And if we keep playing into them areas where the six are looking to attack us from there, and they win the ball high up, we're going to have less numbers, and it's going to keep causing ourselves problems.
And now there is work to do. England trailing Slovakia by a goal to nil. And an injury to Mark Gahey. Faker others, you've got eyes on Gahey as who's receiving treatment there.
Yeah, I think it's his right collarbone, Jim, and Esri Konsa and Lewis Dunk were warming up quite vociferously, but he's going over having a chat with the physios. Looks like he's okay to carry on, just a little bit uncomfortable at the minute.
So Gahey off the field just for the time being. England trailing. They've got just over an hour. They trail by a goal to nil. Slovakia, remember, led against Ukraine and lost in the group stages. But England are going to have to do it the hard way. Ball played forward here, aimed for Harry Kane, headed away by Skriniar. Gahey's back on the field and back in possession as Skriniar's had a force for him inside the centre circle. And now it's laid back for John Stones again. Stones to Gahey. And forward towards Declan Rice. Rice to his right-hand side for Stones. England again. So much possession, 70% of it through the opening 27 minutes, but not too much in the way of cutting edge. There have been some nice moments going forward, but defensively they've looked more uncertain than at any previous stage in the tournament.
They have. They've tried to keep balls alive that they shouldn't be doing. They should be clearing some of these balls, and they're playing into the hands of the Slovakians. They're just allowing the Slovakians to set that press of 6 players and say, go on, keep going, and we're almost building our own gallows, if you like, playing out, not turning the opposition around.
Mainly goes back for Stones. That's Stuart Pearce, part of our commentary team here. Boos and whistles from the England support, I think, as much as the Slovakians here, with the possession just going sideways and backwards. Now Pickford will push forward, and he's indicated to John Stones to play it forward and try and get a progressive pass into Slovakian territory. Goes out towards Kieran Trippier. Gahey for Stones again on the edge of the centre circle. 28 minutes gone. Walker. He will take a touch and then go sideways. It's a familiar story. Stones. Rice on the half turn to his left hand side for Gahey. Back towards Foden. Stones again, still inside his own half. Slovakia with this mini press and 2 lines of 3, doing a good job to contain England, who haven't had the ability to play through and beat the second line of 3 too frequently so far. Walker on halfway, back for Stones again. Saka standing on the right hand touchline waiting, but it was a attempt to find him that lacked conviction. He does end up winning a second ball in the midfield, and Bellingham's going to be able to come away with it and try and dictate something here for England. He turns away from trouble, chips one down towards Saka again. Neat control from him, but he's facing the touchline and ends up losing the ball. Both players claim that it should be their throw. It's England that have got the shout for this, says the referee. Just took the last touch of Harris Lee, and England take the throw and find Walker. Walker to Bellingham and back for Stones. England needing players to take responsibility here. Bellingham tries to do that with an excellent weighted crossfield ball out towards Trippier. Foden can pick it up. Knocker comes and wins possession back. Right hand side of the penalty area. The goal scorer Schranz, who's now got 3 in this tournament, making the joint leading scorer in the Euros. So just plays a touch outside the box, and ultimately it's headed out of play by Strelets, and England will have a throw over on the far touchline. We're half an hour in. Ashley Young, there's so much work to do.
Yeah, there is, and I think you're starting to see the frustrations of Jude Bellingham now. He's starting to drop deeper and deeper to where you'd like to see Declan Rice get on the ball and Kobe Mainoo get on the ball, and you know, it's becoming more frustrating for him. You can see he then gets into the pockets and we're not finding him. But you know, I think that the pressing is now starting to get better, and you know, we're winning the ball back. It's just when we get the ball back, we've got to start playing forward. We have to get the ball into the front boys to get Slovakia on the back foot, and we're not doing that. We're playing too slow, I feel.
Much more intensity about England's press there, with Harry Kane forcing an error from Dubravka, who cleared straight out of play for a throw. England have that throw midway inside Slovakian territory, but 10 seconds later they're midway inside their own half. Just taking it back to now try and go forward with Kieran Trippier. It's so pedestrian, and you can hear the boos and whistles there from the England fans. They're not happy about what they perceive as negative tactics. The responsibility isn't being taken here. Somebody's got to try and get this battle by the scruff of the neck. Is it going to be this man, Jude Bellingham? Clipped over the top. That's a nice ball. Bukayo Saka, right hand side of the box, flighted in towards the far post, but too hot for Phil Foden. Trippier chases after him, has done well to keep it in. Foden then back for Kane. Kane flighted towards the far post, too much on it for Saka, and it goes out of play, but at least some signs of attacking intent.
Exactly that. As I say, if we keep playing backwards and sideways and drawing the Slovakians onto us, we'll give a road pass away and they'll be straight at the heart of us. If we start playing forward passes, start getting turned and taking players on, I think there's a game to be comfortably won here. I really do.
We've talked about substitutions so many times. We're 32 minutes in here, Stuart. Is it going through your mind already that changes need to be made, or are you hanging fire for now?
Well, at this moment in time, I'd probably look at it and think to myself, I'm a little bit concerned about Mark Gahey being on a yellow card, but I don't think they'd waste a substitution on that at this moment in time. Also, the other side of that is, I think the game might well be crying out for an out-and-out wide player to actually get turned and go past somebody.
You bringing Palmer on yet, Ash?
I'm like Stuart. Right now, I think that we see how things go until half time, but I think Gareth's got it in his head already that we're going to need to see an out-and-out winger to get us in behind. And we look there again. We just played another pass into their front six, and they've won the ball back and put us on the back foot. So the game's there, like Stuart said, for us to get someone 1v1 against them, for balls to go in behind, to get in the pockets, and I think it'll be a comfortable game. But until we do that, it's going to be difficult.
That's better from Rice, and the crossfield ball out towards Bukayo Saka. And Saka losing possession to Hansko though. He can bring it forward over halfway. Strelec couldn't take the ball in his stride neatly, and Mainoo's done well to win it back. Now Kane looks for the ball over the top. Bellingham making the run, he couldn't find him. It's clear, but straight back to England's captain again. It feels panic-stricken from the England players, even at this stage of the game, barely a third of the afternoon behind us. Bellingham playing it out to the England left-hand side for Kieran Trippier. Bellingham bringing it forward again inside the box. Will get towards the byline and wins a corner as his cross towards Saka is deflected away by Peckham.
Yeah, we don't have to be too precise. It's just get it into those advanced areas and pop the ball in the box. I think the Slovakians have shown us enough that they are quite fragile at the back, but you've got to ask the questions.
So the corner will be taken on the England left-hand side, this time by Kieran Trippier, so it's going to be a right-footed in-swing. And England have got 5 in white inside the 6-yard box right in front of Martin Dubravka. The other 4 outfield players all outside the penalty area, 2 unmarked on the edge of the box. It's hit in with pace, looking for Harry Kane to divert it in at the near post. It was well defended, Favreau putting it behind for another corner.
I'll tell you what we're looking at here. This is a training ground exercise, Ash, where the coach gets fed up with the players passing backwards and say, right, you can only play forwards.
That is exactly the way, where coaches do say, stop playing backwards, you've got to play forward, and then everybody starts playing forward, and it opens things up.
In comes this latest corner from Trippier, but the referee spotted some pushing and shoving before the ball got to the 6-yard box. He's given a free kick to be taken by Slovakia. And Gareth Southgate's going to be hugely disappointed with what he's seen so far. He hasn't had the offensive contribution that he might have anticipated after the second half the other night, and defensively it has, as we've been saying, been England's worst performance up to this point. Score, England 0, Slovakia 1. After the game, we'll give you the chance to have your say on the game. Faker, others will bring you all the reaction from the tunnel. Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy will give you the chance to have your say on everything that you've seen and heard. Euro Game Day live from 8 tonight. The phones, if it stays this way, will be red hot. 03717223344 is the number. It's a free kick which England will take inside their own half. Gahey finding Stones. Stones will turn and play forward towards Declan Rice. It'll be interesting to see at half-time the number of progressive passes that England have played. What percentage of the total passes have been progressive passes? Not high enough. Mainoo trying to work the ball inside the penalty area, at least looking for a run from Saka, but he overhit the pass, and it goes through the right-hand side for Martin Dubravka. Slovakia leading. They've never beaten England, but they lead this one by a goal to nil with 9 minutes to go to break.
Yeah, as I say, the pluses for England, I think, is they can breach the back line of the Slovakians. I don't think they're great, but we've got to find the recipe and the right blend of pass, if you like, and the right forward pass to exactly do that.
2 statistics just to give you a little modicum of hope. Slovakia scored first in all 3 group games, only won 1 of them, drew 1, lost 1. They've also scored first in 3 of the last 5 internationals against England and lost them all. But England, as I mentioned, they're going to have to do it the hard way here. Schranz with the goal on 25. We've played 12 minutes since then here on TalkSport, here in Gelsenkirchen. England were knocked out of the World Cup in 2006. Are they going to be knocked out of the Euros 18 years on? John Stones has the ball. He's played it back to Jordan Pickford. Pickford coming out, splitting the centre halves. Slows it down to a stop for a moment. Rolls it on towards Stones again. Stones will turn and go back for Pickford. Now Pickford will drive and he'll go long. High left-footed ball over the top. Saka unlikely to beat Hansko in an aerial challenge, but he put pressure on, and England trying to win the seconds can do that on halfway. So he got in now with Maynard.
What happened there, Jim, is we've advanced 5 players against their 4, and Jordan Pickford denied the opportunity to play the ball. Then when we weren't set, he's played the ball.
Maynard to Bellingham, out on the England right. Bellingham turning and then being physically apprehended. And it's going to be a free kick to England. Is this going to be another yellow card? It isn't. A rare free kick given by the referee without producing a yellow card after. It was Andre Duda that came and just stopped Jude Bellingham turning. But what this does give is an opportunity for Phil Foden to try and get a left-footed set piece inside the penalty area. 4 have made their ways forward. Bellingham will join them. He'll be a 5th. Right, standing in what at the moment is a deliberately offside position behind the Slovakian back line, which is keeping its line 12 yards from goal level with the penalty spot. Kane is there. Bellingham in there as well. Foden to take it, left-footed, swept in, looking for a little near-post flick, which wasn't forthcoming. It's cleared by Duda outside the penalty area. Out towards Walker. Lobotka was trying to urge his players to push out. It's clipped back inside the box. Little looping header comes back in again. Dubravka came out, got something on it to punch it clear, not convincingly. And there are players from both sides down inside the penalty area. And the referee's going to stop play because I think the Slovakian player that's stricken has gone down with a head injury. We played 39 minutes here on TalkSport. It's England 0, Slovakia 1. Actually, give us just a little insight into what the half-time team talk might be. What needs to be said here?
I think you've got to say about playing in behind. I think you've got to say about they're pressing with a 6 up front. We've got to stop playing passes in there that we're giving the ball away. If the pass is there, of course, play it and get it back, but we've got to start shifting them about. We need to find the pockets either side of Lobotka as well. And like I say, the runs in behind, I've just seen Maino play a ball in behind for Saka, and it went straight to the keeper, but he's looking for someone to make that run in behind. And like I say, we don't have to panic right now, but we need to start getting the ball in behind them, because we've seen when we've done it 1, 2, 3 occasions that they look vulnerable at the back, and I think that's where we've got to take our chances.
We don't need to panic. Boy, do we need to improve. And we're not seeing anything tactically from Slovakia that we haven't seen in the group games.
No, you're right there. They pressed with the 6, and I think they're quite good at it. I quite enjoy watching Lobotka play and encourage his teammates, but they do press high, and if you keep playing in front of them, it plays right into their tactics, which I think we've exactly done. I'd like to see Kyle Walker get advanced a little bit more. He's got pace, he's got power, he's a world-class fullback. In the last game, I felt he could have done a little bit more to help Saka. At the moment, he's not got a decoy run anywhere near him, Saka. So it's a ball straight into him. He can't get half-turned, and the ball's coming backwards off of him.
It'll be interesting to see at what stage changes are made. Faith Rose, you've got a phalanx of England substitutes warming up in front of you now.
Warming up at the moment, but more interestingly, just a few moments ago, Luke Shaw was warming up, and Jordan Pickford went over to him and was having a quick discussion, giving him perhaps some instructions. We shall see.
Play resumes. John Stones in possession for England, finding Mainu. Mainu lays it out towards the right-hand side for Kyle Walker. 5 minutes left in this first half here on TalkSport. England trailing Slovakia by a goal to nil. Mainu just bringing the ball forward. He's come closer than anybody to finding a goal for England today with a dipping effort that just cleared the bar. Trippier, who's probably had the best chance. Now Stones. Stones on the edge of the centre circle, and Mark Gahey booked inside the 3rd minute, one of 3 England players cautioned to that. Trippier goes out towards Foden. Foden coming in off the left flank, just trying to draw the Lobotka towards him. Out towards the right-hand side now for Kyle Walker. Walker looking to feed of Foden again. Foden buzzing around, trying to make something happen, keeping the ball over the top, past Lobotka. And Trippier had made the run, but he couldn't get there. But better from Phil Foden, trying to play an incisive pass to turn the Slovakian back line. There have been all too few of those.
Yeah, the more that ball spends in the Slovakian back line, the more chance you've got of putting pressure on them to make a mistake. I'm not seeing the top quality back four here, I'm seeing strength in numbers, safety in numbers, and we've done nothing to unhinge it.
One pass that the Ukrainians had joy with when they were playing against Slovakia was between the left back and centre half Skriniar. For a run, it would be from Bukayo Saka on this occasion, or between the two centre halves for that same run. And England at no stage have been able to play that ball.
I think we can play it on both sides, to be honest. I think we've gone down the right side a couple of times. Phil Foden just trying to find Kieran Trippier there. I think we could get Bukayo Saka inside and maybe Kyle Walker going on the outside as well to find that position. But like we say, we haven't done it enough, and I think they'll be found wanting if we're able to play that. Like you say, the Ukrainian side were able to do it and pose a threat against them. So I'm sure we can get the ball into them spaces and be a bigger threat than Ukraine showed.
You know what, I think if we go in 1-0 down, it wouldn't surprise me if Gareth comes out and makes 2 or 3 changes. I think you actually can, to make a statement of intent, because we're 45 minutes from going home from these championships, where we've got a very, very good opportunity, if we can find some form, of going a long way in the championships. At the moment, we're meandering along and playing into the opposition's hands without even having a boxer in the fight, if you like.
Well, there will be substitutions potentially to prolong Gareth Southgate's England career. 99th game in charge. Rice putting it back for Gahey. Towards the edge of the centre circle finds John Stones. We've got 90 seconds to go to half-time. Stones trying to threaten to go back for Pickford and then turn the other way. Did his best to get past Duda, who very quickly offered a hand of apology. Just clipped John Stones as he turned, and it's a free kick that will be taken by England on the right-hand side. A minute to go to half-time. England 0, Slovakia 1. There is going to be a significant amount of time added at the end of this first half, 2 or 3 minutes at least. Ball from Pickford out towards Gahey. Now down the left-hand side for Kieran Trippier. It's 1-0 to Slovakia. It's been that way for nearly 20 minutes here on TalkSport in Gelsenkirchen. Another humid, close afternoon. The baking hot temperatures that we've seen here in northwestern Germany, the Ruhr Valley, over the last 4 or 5 days have abated. It's very close and heavy now. Here's Stones inside his own half to Walker. Walker controlling it to his left-hand side for Mark Gahey. Gahey just chipping one over the top and missing Phil Foden from about 20 yards. Overhead clearance is effective from the Slovakian centre-half Favreau, and come back towards Gahey again. Gahey forward down the line for Kieran Trippier. Trippier to Foden, back for Trippier again. Trippier inside his own half for Stones. Stones takes a couple of steps back, goes to his left, plays in Mark Gahey. England again stringing the passes together in areas that aren't likely to be able to hurt the Slovakians, who are just keeping a tight shape, knowing that England have got possession inside their own half. 3 minutes of time added on here on TalkSport. It's May who plays it forward. Saka to Bellingham. Bellingham coming away. Another sliding challenge comes in on him from Skriniar, and that should be a yellow card. The referee's being consistent. It is. And Skriniar becomes the 5th player to have his name taken so far today.
Yeah, I was just jotting down what I might do substitute-wise. I think it might be Palmer for Saka and Gordon for Mainu. Drop Bellingham back maybe slightly and look to play Foden inside in that sort of number 10 role. Gordon on the left-hand side, Palmer on the right.
So it'll be part of the half-time debate with you and Ashley Young and Adrian Durham as well, talking about the influence that Jude Bellingham has or hasn't been able to have in the opening 45 minutes. He's got the ball now. He finds Saka, and Saka was caught. There's another good attempt at a turn, and just too quick for Harris Lean. His feet was Hanskar, actually, I beg your pardon, that just caught him. And it's going to be a free kick just level with the edge of the penalty area as Bellingham was caught from behind. Now a chance from a set piece for England to get themselves back on level terms before the break. Foden will stand over it. Again, 4 unmarked around the edge of the penalty area. There's 2 in the wall that Martin Dubravka has set up. And England have got 5 inside the penalty area ready to attack this. Actually outnumbered by their Slovakian counterparts. One of the 2-man wall peels away, and Dubravka's just asked him to go back. So Foden, the a left-footed in-swinger, and he just needs an England player to make a run across the face of the Slovakian defender and get a feather-like touch. That might be all it takes here if Foden can get the delivery right. Will the runners get their runs right? Punched away by the Braff group. It's Kane that was closest to it. Helped back in again. Skriniar will clear from in front of his goalkeeper. And the ball sky out towards the left-hand touchline where Kieran Trippier can bring it under control. He plays it through the midfield for Mainu. Right-footed effort from him takes a deflection. England get another corner at the end of this first half.
Yeah, much better from England. As I say, toss the ball in the box. Foden put it in a danger area. They kept it alive. Ball back in again. And unfortunate there. Good deflection. Good defending. And another corner for England.
And Foden's going to go across to take it. Spots the ball down. Has a look to see exactly who is where. Gahey standing by the penalty spot. Bellingham right in front of the goalkeeper. Swung in towards Harry Kane, but just over his head. Picked up then by Mainu in the bottom right-hand corner of the penalty area. Back from him to Saka. Takes a touch. Has a shot. Blocked before it gets to the penalty area. Ricochets Mainu's way. That's a good ball in. Headed away by Vavro. Comes out towards Trippier. Right-footed clipped out towards Foden. Foden over the edge of the area. Helps it down the line. Rice wins another corner. There's barely going to be time to take it. But the last couple of minutes have probably been England's best couple of minutes.
Yeah, and the ball's come in the box a little bit more readily. I think Phil Foden should have been the one to deliver that one rather than slide Declan in. But we've got another corner and another opportunity.
Probably the last opportunity of the first half to restore parity. Left-footed, deeper, in towards Kane. Right-footed volleys, completely missed his kick. Comes back in from Foden, but only after the whistle has gone. Free kick to Slovakia inside their own penalty area, and that will probably see us through to half-time, with England trailing Ashley Young by a goal to nil.
Yeah, I think like we've just said there, when the ball went out to Phil Foden, I think he could have put it in the box instead of sliding Declan Rice down the side. I think Declan Rice's run was to take the defender away to open up the space for him to go in and put the ball in the box. And I think it's been a disappointing half, but I think we can see the signs of what we need to do against the Slovakian team to get ourselves back in the game and go and win the game, to be honest. I think as soon as we get that goal, we're the ones that will be on the front foot to go and win the match. And we just got to go in, settle down at half time, gather our thoughts and work out what needs to be done to win this match.
England booed off 45 minutes against a team ranked 45 in the world, no shots on target, and conceding one to Schranz, which has given them a major problem. 45 minutes as things stand, away from elimination. It's England 0, Slovakia 1. It is game number 99 of Gareth Southgate's international managerial career. It's not the time for flakes over the next 45 minutes because there has to be a response. The response, certainly to start with, will be perpetrated by the same 11 men that started the game for England. Pickford in goal, Walker, Stones, Gahey and Trippier, Rice and Mainu, Saka, Bellingham, Foden and Kane. 77% possession in the first 45 minutes, no big chances, no shots on target, no through balls, only 4 dribbles and 3 successful crosses out of 15. Go through the Slovakian side for you in a moment. They're in all blue. They're kicking from left to right in this second period, and immediately they try and work the ball in behind Kyle Walker. Walker will be able to control it, lays it back for Pickford, and then fall from Walker again out towards the right-hand side for Bukayo Saka. Saka back for Walker through the penalty area. There's again more than a modicum of press from the Slovakian forward line. Strelec leading that. Pickford can easily pass it out towards Kieran Trippier, and then Pickford's played it through. He's off his line for a moment, and the ball has gone to a Slovakian player, but not in a shooting position, about 20 yards outside the penalty area. And Pickford's now back in position, but England aren't back in possession yet. That was a moment that just exhibited the nerves that are being faced. Now Phil Foden defensively can win a battle and shepherd the ball over the line and out of play for a goal kick. Well, the first 45 minutes weren't great. The first minute of the second half's been absolutely no better. Stuart, are you surprised that as of now no changes have been made?
I would have made 2. You're exactly right, Jim. I would have made 2 at half time. I think you have to make a statement of intent. The performance probably wasn't good enough in the first half. You've got to send a message out to the stadium, to the fans, and more importantly to the 9 players left on the pitch. If you're making 2 changes, look, we've got to get a lot better.
Maynard works the ball out towards Kyle Walker. Walker will come back through the midfield. He sent the ball back inside his own penalty area, behind Stones and away from Pickford. Didn't have the legs to really cause any problems, but it was just another ugly pass that really betrays the nerves with which England are playing. Forward towards Saka. It is the time, quite simply, for those men in white to stand up and be counted. Ashley, you will have been in many half-time team talks under Gareth Southgate. Not too many of them with performances like this, but what would the mood have been in there like? Would it have been ranting and raving, or would it have been constructive? What will we have seen?
I think Gareth would have been very constructive, as he always is. I think it would have been the players that would have been ranting at each other, a few choice words, and saying to each other, the first half weren't good enough. It's why we're behind. We know what we need to do in the second half, and I think there would have been a few things said about, if you're not doing your job, then there's people that can come on off the bench that are hungry and ready to come on.
Right, first 45 minutes, incidentally, the first time England have failed to record a shot on target in the first half of a knockout stage match at a major tournament since the 1986 World Cup quarter-final against Argentina. Then saw the hand of God in the second half. At the moment, England 42 minutes away from elimination here. It will be an unedifying end to Gareth Southgate's England career. Here's Kieran Trippier in possession. 4 from him towards Phil Foden. Slovakia have had the lead in all 3 games they've played in the Euros so far and only won 1 of them. And they've got a history over the years of leading in games against England and losing them. Still, it's very easy for me to say, and it's against what my eyes are telling me, but it's not time to panic. Rice coming in off the left flank, back inside his own penalty area for Jordan Pickford. Pickford taking a couple of touches, getting it forward towards John Stones. Kane gets between the 2 Slovakian centre halves, but there's no sign of the ball coming forward. Again, England just passing the ball safely around the back line. There is no cutting edge. There's no attempt to play a defence splitting ball at the moment. Walker goes out towards Saka. Saka into the feet of Kane. Foden trying to make a run past him. Here's Trippier inside the penalty area. There is the equalising goal from Phil Foden. First shot on target. Trippier with an incisive ball inside the box. Foden walks it in. It's 1-1, and England might just get away with it.
Well, Slovakia give all the signs in the first half that they are there for the taking and the easy play through. We just didn't do it. On that occasion, we managed to link about 3 or 4 passes together, switch a play, and almost walk the ball in the back of the net.
Relief all around, but they are checking for a potential offside leading up to the goal.
I think we're thinking it's offside slightly. I think he's just got advanced. I hope I'm wrong. Ash, what are your thoughts?
I'm hoping you're wrong as well, but from the way we're looking, it looks as if that Phil Foden might have just crept in front.
Ball play for being Trippier. Foden making his way through. Sorry, Ash, it is being checked and it's not going to count. It is disallowed. It's a moment that will give England a little bit of heart, because it is the blueprint for how they can get back into the game, but it isn't the way back into the game.
Well, I think that's the intent we need. To play one ball into Harry Kane, and we switched it out to Kieran Trippier. Phil Foden's then making a run in the box. It opens Slovakia up, and I think that's what we got to do more now. We need to build confidence on that. Okay, it's a disallowed goal, but we found how easy it was to get in behind and get the ball in the box and score a goal. We need to do that more often now.
And with 3 or 4 forward passes, more importantly.
And won all 3 round of 16 ties under Gareth Southgate in major tournaments. Still work to do here. Kane coming inside the penalty. Oh, it's taking a deflection and goes agonisingly wide, because Dubravka was completely wrong-footed. Kane's shot lacked conviction and power. It's just bobbled up, hit Vavro, and goes about a foot wide and out for a corner.
I've got to say, this back four of Slovakia are not a good back four, and one-on-one they're very, very fragile.
Just the 6-yard box, and Trippier to take this corner into Dubravka back on his line, punches it away. It was goal back. Foden pops up, and Walker will go back for Jordan Pickford. 7 minutes into the second half, and just the odd isolated sign of recovery from an England perspective. Trippier, Foden, Karamba Lobotka. It was a poor pass from Trippier. Foden did well to make something of it, but he couldn't poke it through the midfield as he wanted. Still no sign of any immediate changes from England. 52 goal here on TalkSport. England 0, Slovakia 1. Ivan Šranc with the goal on 25 minutes. And another 27 have gone since then. England have a throw about 15 yards inside the Slovakian half over on the far touchline.
When you look at teams build, Jim, normally if you had the ball at the back in your own half, it's a 2-3-5 formation. We need to get 5 in the forward line and overload their 4 and then pop the ball into them. Then it's a numbers game.
And just in terms of explaining that further, Stu, it should be 2-3-5. What is it for England? Are they 1 short, they're 2 short?
They're dropping it. Basically, we've got probably 3, on occasion maybe 3.5, 4, maybe.
Here's Kane turning it around the corner. Saka's going to be able to keep it in. It's cleared by Vavro nervously. And towards Mainu. Mainu back for Declan Rice. Boy, is this England performance been a slow burner, but they are very, very slowly beginning to warm to their task. They need even more wholesale improvement in the second half from the first than they produced on Tuesday night. Ball is clear, now towards Pekarik, the Slovakian right back, played down the line. And there he will be able to watch it safely back towards Jordan Pickford, who races outside his penalty area. Always a bundle of nervous energy. Rice goes back for Gahey to Pickford again. 8.5 gone in the second half. 1-0 Slovakia continue to lead it here on TalkSport. Colombia, Germany and Senegal, all the sides that England have beaten at this stage in major tournaments in the 8 years of Gareth Southgate's charge. Are they going to be able to add Slovakia to that list and book the quarter-final against Switzerland, which will be coming your way next Saturday in Dusseldorf? Ball goes out towards Walker, he's been fouled, and it's an England free kick taken from the wrong place and taken short. The goalkeeper Pickford's off his line and is swept from distance wide. It was a shot from 60 yards. Pickford way outside his penalty area. So the free kick was taken and it was knocked short towards Stones, who wasn't ready for it. And one of the Slovakians just walked onto it, tried a first time effort from distance. It went wide of Jordan Pickford's post. It's a massive let-off for England. Had that gone in, it might have been all over. As it is, they've had that little bit of luck. Can they build upon it? Ever a moment was to sum up the ineptitude of what we've seen. It was that.
Exactly that, Jim. As I say, backwards, sideways and lethargic.
Long ball play from the England back line. Trippier chasing after. Goes all the way through for Martin Dubravka. I just don't know what England were thinking. Again, they've got away with it. They've had the ball in the net in this second half. It's been disallowed. Phil Foden marginally offside from an excellent move down the left. A few moves that England have created of any quality. They still haven't had a shot on target. Saka in possession, forces it back towards Walker. It becomes a fight ball. He won the fight. Back now from Stones, down towards Trippier. Trippier on the left flank, controlling it. Play back towards Declan Rice. Rice inside the centre circle, spins it wide for Saka. That's better, a little bit more inventive from England. Saka attacking the bottom right-hand corner of the penalty area. They're trying to get inside the box, takes it down towards the dead ball line, checks, can't get in past Harris-Leen. The wingers doing a very effective defensive job here for Slovakia. Saka will be able to take it on again. Played by Mainu out towards Walker. Now to Foden, left-footed ball clipped in. Harry Kane looking for it, beaten in the air by Pekarik. Come outside the box for Foden. Mainu just ducks his head in and knocks the loose ball back towards Declan Rice. Kane is 2 yards to his left-hand side, and as they try to play a swift 1-2, it didn't come off. And Slovakia are going to be able to bring it away. Let's bring in former World Cup semi-finalist with England, Ashley Young. In a moment, England have one possession back. Trippier to Declan Rice. Rice for Trippier. Mainu, 20 yards outside the penalty area. Stones is able to come forward, but That's sort of the flamboyance that we see when he's in a Manchester City shirt. And from Stones towards Walker. Walker back towards Saka. Saka to Phil Foden. Foden left-footed. Straight ball clipped in. Harry Kane's waiting for it. Went behind him. Bellingham knocks it on. It goes straight through for Dubravka. Ash, what have you made of the opening 12 minutes of this second half?
I think this is what we need to do. We need to start building pressure and keeping the pressure inside their half, not letting them out. We need to keep the ball getting in behind. We need to keep rotating the ball, play from side to side, then putting it in behind. You can see Phil Foden's now starting to drift and get on the ball and play balls in behind to Harry Kane. Jude Bellingham's starting to get in behind, and Copenhagen's starting to get on the ball more and more. So the back four need to turn really into a back two and get Kyle Walker and Kieran Trippier higher up the pitch, making overlaps, and like I say, keeping the ball in Slovakia's half.
Pekaric just went down injured after the aerial challenge from Jude Bellingham. He's okay and able to continue, but a brief hiatus. Stones has done well to maintain possession. There's some action on the benches, but it's the Slovakian bench. They're going to be making a double change, bringing on a striker, Bženík. You would imagine to replace Strelec up front as a straight one-for-one swap. I think it's actually going to be a double change, but can't see who the other substitute is at the moment from here. It's Suslo, who will be coming on as well. Suslo, who's a winger, so rotating two of the attack-minded players. England have still got it, 13 in the second half. Still, it's 1-0 to Slovakia, who are halfway from scoring the goal to get into full time. Bellingham now, bringing it towards the edge of the penalty area, nudging it off to his right-hand side when he couldn't quite get into shooting position. Rice goes back for Mainu. Trippier, bottom left-hand corner of the penalty area, swung inside the box with venom, headed away well by Skriniar, out as far as Declan Rice. Rice, back for Mainu, the space for Trippier again on the left-hand side of the penalty area. Checks back so he can deliver a right-footed cross, but plays it behind square. A safer ball instead for Mainu. To Rice, to Mainu, back towards Trippier, or is he going to be able to drive dynamically forward? He does, and is fouled just outside the edge of the penalty area by Kucka, who is on a yellow card, but the referee hasn't produced a second yellow card for that challenge. It's an England free kick that is in a really good position, 3 yards outside the box left of centre.
Yeah, this is the same thing I find with referees. He's brandished yellow cards like confetti at the start of the game, and then something that certainly deserves a yellow card, all of a sudden he shies away from it, and it's so counterproductive for what he should be doing. But much better from England. Get bodies in the box, work it round that sort of dome area, and then deliver. The sooner I think we get 2 subs on, the better in Gordon and Palmer. I really do.
England still lacking enough inspiration. Kieran Trippier and Phil Foden, the 2 players standing over this free kick, just discussing exactly what might transpire from here. There are 5 in the Slovakian wall, 1 down behind it. 2 England players, Kane and Stones, stand as close as they're allowed to the edge of the wall. Slovakians have actually put a 6th body in the wall now. The angle looks as though it's going to be favouring Trippier for the shot. Foden takes it instead, pings it straight into the wall, and it will ricochet behind Kieran Trippier. Trippier then fires a long diagonal ball back in. As is once through the penalty area and straight out. Ashley Young, what a waste.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was set up for a right foot, to be honest. I thought Kieran Trippier was going to take it. But I think, now with Slovakia making their 2 changes, I think it's about time that we made some changes now. And like I said, I think I'd put Jude back into the 8 alongside Copenhagen, get Declan Rice off, put Phil Foden into the 10 to get him on the ball, and bring on a Cole Palmer or Anthony Gordon.
Well, Faye Carruthers, TalkSport's England correspondent, has a better view of the bench than we have. Faye, what are you anticipating is going to happen? What can you see?
Well, I was really surprised to see Anthony Gordon and Cole Palmer both go and sit down, because they had warmed up really vociferously with the strength and conditioning coach a few moments ago. But now it's Ollie Watkins and Eberechi Eze warming up with Conor Gallagher. Watkins doing some sprints, but they don't have the S&C coach with them. Honestly, this game is calling out for subs. I'm absolutely flabbergasted we've not seen them yet.
Well, Slovakia are making a couple, and it's 2 straight swaps. Suslo coming on the left wing to replace Harris Leen. He has come in on the left-hand side and the right in various games in this tournament so far, but replaces Harris Leen on the left. and Bojanik, who started the first two games of the group, is replacing Strelec up front. Still, England keep their powder dry. 62 minutes gone. Don't forget, after us, your chance to have your say. Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cunley, I can only imagine their mood on the watch-along right now on the TalkSport YouTube channel. I'll be taking your calls 03717223344. Euro Game Day live from 8 p.m. tonight here on TalkSport. Will England still be in the tournament by then? They're going out as things stand right now, but an ill-advised touch from Pekarik. England have a chance to bring it forward, but they've got a player down hurt. Play will continue. Rice getting in inside the penalty area. Kane can't get there. Goes all the way through for Dubravka. Foden might need a little bit of treatment. Kieran Trippier is sorry, I beg your pardon. He's holding his right ankle. It was just a collision as Pekarik came in, and he caught him actually just below the knee as he went over the top of the ball, and the referee's inconsistency is mind-boggling. Trippier now receiving treatment.
Yeah, more to the point now, as I say, this substitute situation, I think the team on the pitch need a lift. They need a lift from the substitutes bench, and we need people in, for me, wide areas to go past someone.
So Trippier, in some dismay, is just having his right knee attended to. Is going to force the manager's hand in terms of Luke Shaw coming on. And just seeing a replay, Ashley, that's probably the worst challenge we've seen today.
Yeah, I think it is, and I think that Tripps' leg was straight and planted as the defender catches him on the knee, and it doesn't look a good one. And like you're saying, the referee's been so inconsistent today that you felt that could have been a booking or even a sending off, but the referees just let it go on.
And England are going to be making a change, Faye.
Yeah, they are, Jim. Saka's coming off. He's just been beckoned over by Declan Rice, it seems, unless he's giving him instructions. But Cole Palmer is coming on, and the England fans on my right-hand side gave a huge cheer when they saw Cole Palmer take off his substitute's bib and go to the touchline and take instructions from Gareth Southgate.
Saka not happy as he leaves the field either. Declan Rice, his Arsenal teammate, just having a word with him. He's coming across and having a word with Gareth Southgate. They're not going to make the change just yet. In a moment, maybe just give it 30 seconds to see if Trippier's okay and he's going to be able to continue, and then make a double change if he's not. Trippier is back on. A free kick or play resuming with the Slovakians in possession inside their own half. Bellingham then going down and not happy with the referee that he didn't give a free kick. Play then advances upfield with Bellingham just taking a watching brief for a moment. Pekarik helping it on. Goes out towards the goal scorer Schrantz. Through the midfield from him to Lobotka and out towards Duda. Now over on the left-hand side. Hansko, the fullback, can deliver. Rice trying to stop Bojanik turning inside the penalty area. And then Kuchka is in there and is caught Declan Rice. Another free kick given away. And a free kick that England will take over the edge of their own penalty area after the change. And it is going to be Palmer for Trippier.
Yeah, I can see that. Saka dropping in. That was sort of what I alluded to at half-time there. Saka dropping into left back now. You've got nothing to lose at this stage.
Yeah, I don't think you've got anything to lose now, and I think you said at half-time, Stuart, that you want Saka to get forward. He's an out-and-out winger. He knows he's going to get forward. Phil Foden can then come inside, and the space is there for Saka to get down the sides.
Played at left wing-back in Italy just over a year ago. His first three international starts also at left wing-back, but playing at left-back in a four. Now, the situation of the game is such that really he's not going to have to worry about defending too much. It's just a question of whether England are going to be able to create the chances. He's still keeping a really high position. Declan Rice dropping out of the left-hand side of central midfield now, and it's going to be important that he does an effective job of covering behind Sam.
Now, if you look directly across our line now, we've got 4 defenders with 5 England players up against them. That tells me get it forward, bypass the press, and pop it in behind.
Can England do that? Stones back for Mainu. Almost midway through the second half here on TalkSport in Gelsenkirchen. It's England 0, Slovakia 1. Walker. And towards the right-hand touchline for Cole Palmer. Palmer who really caught the eye in 15-20 minutes that he got the other night in Cologne. Can he do likewise here? Gahey has been fouled. He's pushed over by Schranz. Free kick to England, 15 yards inside their own half. Taken short to Stones. Stones to Colby Maynard. Back for Maynard again from Stones. And then play forward and it hit the nearest player, Duda, but ricochets to safety for England. That clock is ticking down so quickly. 67 on it now. Visible from everywhere in this stadium. It hangs on a massive monitor over the centre of the pitch. Every time the England players look up, I'm sure another 4 or 5 minutes is advanced.
I think we've gone back into ourselves. Where we started the second half, on the front foot, playing the balls in, getting the balls wide. We've stopped doing it again. Like Stuart's just alluded to there, we've got 5 up front now. We've got the 2, we've got the 3, then we've got the 5, but we're not looking to get the ball up and getting behind the Slovakian defence. They've only got 4 against 5. They can't defend everyone.
Palmer's ball inside the penalty area. Foden trying to attack it. They've won a corner. Slovakia have got a player down injured, and the Slovakian teammates not happy that Duda wasn't allowed to receive treatment, but it wasn't a head injury. Entirely up to the referee to stop play, not up to England. England continuing. We're in the 7th corner. 7 corners without reply, but still they haven't had a single shot on target. 68 gone. 1-0 they trail. Foden to take the corner. Kane stands in the near post area. It swung in with vicious pace, but it couldn't find Stones. Half clear. Bajenic comes back. He will be able to get it further away, but with a sense of inevitability, England will pick it up inside their own half and come back again. Palmer slipping it down the right-hand side. That was a clever, well-disguised ball for his former Manchester City teammate Phil Foden. Foden waiting for runners to make movement ahead of him. Stones have made an adventurous run forward. Haven't seen that too much from the centre half so far. Rice has got it. Now worked out towards the right-hand side. Stones is still forward. Clipped in too deep for Kane. Goes out of play. It's a goal kick with just over 20 minutes to go.
Yeah, as I say, I still feel as though we've not been too aggressive from the bench. For me, having potentially Gordon on the left-hand side, I'd probably be inclined to move Foden inside one, and then you're looking at either Rice or Manu to come off potentially. And you want more from Jude as well, but you're just hoping he can get us a goal from something.
Don't forget that following this game you can catch the latest England reaction episode with myself, Jim Braff, and Ashley Young, Adrian Durham and Stuart Pearce on TalkSport's YouTube channel. I've got a feeling that this thing's starting to know how it's going to go. But there's still time for England to turn this around. It's an afternoon, I think, whatever happens from here, of overwhelming negatives, but tournament football is all about results, and if England can turn this around, they will be in a major tournament quarter-final for a 4th tournament in a row, the first time they've ever done it. Kane, after a good flick on through the midfield from Bellingham, sends out towards the right-hand side for Cole Palmer. Palmer back inside the penalty area for Bellingham, who's gone down. The referee waves him back to his feet. I think that's right. Back towards Rice. Rice to the right-hand side of the penalty area again for Palmer. Palmer trying to twist and turn and get away from his marker. He's done really well. Gets the better of Suslo. Lays it out towards the right. Immediately laid back by Walker. And a high hanging ball inside the penalty area from Mainu, who's not what was required. And he turned away in dismay like a golfer who sent an errant tee shot. As soon as he hit that, he knew that it was wrong. And it goes straight to the hands of Martin Dubravka. Stuart, you've had a look at the penalty claim by Jude Bellingham. Did he get it right, the ref?
Yes, he did. But what I was just about going to say, we've had an impact straight away from Cole Palmer. You know, it was his ball into the box, fantastic ball. And Bellingham just looking for cheap contact.
Haskell lays it back for Duda. Duda to Lobotka. To Duda again. He's 15 yards inside his own half. He's 30 yards inside his own half when he fires it back at Dubravka. Wasn't put under any pressure by Harry Kane, and he was able to get it away. At what stage, I wonder, will England rotate the strikers or supplement Harry Kane by bringing Watkins or Tony on? Harry Kane still deprived of any kind of quality service. Rice able to bring the ball forward. The first half, Kane only had 9 touches. Rice sending it out towards the right-hand side. Bellingham made a good uncharted run off Lobotka towards the edge of the penalty area, but the pass wasn't forthcoming. It's in the central area again when Mainu picks it up. Slovakians have got 10 behind the ball. Goes out towards Foden, whose goal 5 minutes into the second half was disallowed for offside. The only really bright moment England have had. Mainu to Rice. Saka trying to make a run round the back of Pekarik, but Rice has worked it back for Mainu again. Down towards Rice. Rice in field. Bellingham to Saka. Saka coming in off that left flank, finds Declan Rice. Again, the pass is just being played at close quarters with no one really taking the responsibility. Bellingham will try and do that now. Checks on the left-hand side of the penalty area. Stiffs it up towards the penalty spot. It's headed away by Skriniar. And Stones will be able to mop up. He inevitably goes back for Gahey. Gets the return ball and can turn. Now goes out towards the England right-hand side for Walker. 18 to go. It's 1-0 Slovakia here on TalkSport. Stones once more in possession. Through the midfield towards Foden. Foden to Palmer. Palmer coming in off that right flank. Just one of the Slovakian players had a little nibble at him, and when he wasn't able to stop Palmer, has gone down. And again, play continues. Slovakia can put the ball out of play if they want, because they've got possession back. And indeed, Duda will do exactly that. 17 to go. This break in play actually will give the England coaching staff the chance to call the players over, have a few words with those that need the advice. Something's got to happen pretty quickly, Stuart Pearce.
Yeah, it certainly has. I'm surprised that Gordon's not on the pitch and didn't come on the pitch with Palmer, if I'm being quite honest with you. I think you could probably lose either Kobe or Declan in the centre of midfield, or alternatively, if you wanted to drop one of them back in as a centre half, you could take one of your centre halves off.
Actually, what would you be doing right now? What needs to happen, both in terms of personnel and game plan, to get this rescue for him?
I think Gareth's got to keep saying to the players that they need to getting on the ball, getting it wide, giving it to Cole Palmer. It looks like he's put 1 or 2 balls in the box, and they look like threatening balls. Like Stuart's saying as well, I'd bring on Anthony Gordon and drop out the Declan Rice for me, and keep trying to get in behind this Slovakian team, because I think they're dropping deeper and deeper now. They can't get out of their own half, and like I say, we need to sustain the pressure and keep them in their half, and look to create and get this goal.
That's Suslo, the Slovakian substitute, is back on his feet after receiving a little bit of treatment, possibly just turned his ankle, and he makes his way over towards the far touchline. So he's going to be able to resume break probably a couple of minutes or so. Quick chance to remind you what's coming up later. Spain, Georgia. The winners of that face Germany. It's live on TalkSport 2 from 8 tonight. And tomorrow, Emmanuel Petit, part of the TalkSport commentary team. France, Belgium, build up at 4 ahead of a 5 p.m. kickoff here on TalkSport, followed by Portugal, Slovenia from 8. And unless England can find an equalising goal here, they will be out by then. 15 minutes to go. Play resumes. Suslo back on the field, back in possession. And the Slovakians have been able to work it effectively through the midfield for Pekarik. And he can drive forward now into England territory to feed Schranz. Schranz will knock it back behind Square. Lobotka receiving the ball from Duda. The 3 central midfielders for Slovakia have done a pretty effective job to negate England. Here's Lobotka again. Rice just trying to pick his pocket in the centre of midfield. Had he been able to do so, it might have been a 5 versus 3 counter-attack. But he did well to keep the ball, the Napoli man, and Slovakia will go back for Milan Skriniar. And haven't been able to expose him in the same way that Ukraine did. And Pekarik can bring it forward now for the Slovakians, who've led for 50 minutes here in Gelsenkirchen. They've got 15 to go. It's a good through ball. Jordan Pickford will come out and pick it up, though, before it will roll into the path of Bujanek. Now Pickford bowls it out, and Kobe Mainu will pick it up and go out towards John Stones. 8 attempts without a shot on target. 2 attempts in half an hour in this second half for England. That's all they've created since half-time. Long ball over the top now. Skriniar knocks it away. Cole Palmer's going to be able to pick it up on the right-hand touchline. Instead, actually elects to let the ball run out of play for a throw, which he himself takes quickly. Goes into the feet of Jude Bellingham. Bellingham trying to buy a free kick from Duda. Can't do so. And Slovakia can bring the ball away. Giving it away as soon as they've done it, though. Come out of the penalty area. And It's another aimless punt forward that Jordan Pickford mops up for England almost on the halfway line. 13 to go. 1-0 Slovakia here on TalkSport. A dreadful England performance, but the day can yet be salvaged. Foden has been caught here. There was a poor challenge on him by Pekarik, and he's going to be booked. And it's a free kick to England right on the left-hand touchline.
Almost be criminal if we don't get Gordon on and don't even the likes of Watkins or whatever. We need to change something up. The clock isn't our friend at present.
Well, effective set piece could make so much difference here for England. In the days under Gareth Southgate, it was their quality from set pieces that so often paved the way for success. Foden swinging this in, and Kane's missed. That was the chance. Free header, 8 yards from goal, and he's put it a foot wide.
Yeah, the ball, the curl on the ball, I think Ashes just took it back beyond him, maybe a fraction. He just couldn't crane his neck round it.
Yeah, I think you're right. You see Harry there just, trying to get his neck behind the ball to get some leverage on it, and unfortunately he's put it wide.
50 goals for club and country this season, but how he needed a 51st there. Great delivery, but just unable to score what would have been his 7th goal in his last 7 knockout games at major tournaments. Still, England haven't had an attempt on time. Foden flicks it through the midfield. Mainu chests it back. Now towards the left-hand touchline for Bukayo Saka. Helped on by Foden. Chested down again and played through the midfield by Lobotka. Angled over the top by Duda, but Gayhe's been able to deal with that. Then survives the pressure of Bujenik. Gets it forward for Mainu. Mainu taking the ball on the turn. England with a numerical advantage over on the right-hand side if he can switch it across. He's now got Bellingham making a run the other side to the left. Another ball right inside the area, far too close to Marty Dubravka. It was just a hanging ball that was easy for the Slovakian goalkeeper to come out and play.
Yeah, when the ball come in the box there's 5 England players in and around the halfway line with 1 Slovakian. We've got to break our neck to get in the box that little bit more readily. I'm not seeing the sense in Mainu and Rice being on the pitch together, to be fair. Not when you've got 2 centre forwards sat on the bench and Gordon, who's got the ability to go past people.
Well, Chiesa is going to be the next man to be coming on for England, and that may well happen at the next break. Slovakians claiming that they should have a free kick, but Bujenik has gone down easily. The Slovakians themselves will be making a double change in a moment. They've done a number on England today. Had chances before they scored the goal. They've ridden their luck very occasionally in this second half, but they deserve the advantage. Rice clipping a ball inside the penalty area here. It's knocked away. Suswan trying to divert the ball up towards Andre Duda. Duda winning it, sends a crossfield ball through the midfield, and then Saka is now at left back, of course, goes back for Pickford. And Pickford gets it forward again, and we're into the final 10 minutes. Pickford out towards the right-hand side for England. It's called Palmer. Driving forward, 10 yards outside the penalty area. Finds Kyle Walker. Walker to Palmer. Palmer away from Rice. Playing it into the feet of Phil Foden. Down towards Bukayo Saka again. Saka on the left-hand side of the box. Just went to pass the full-back. Cross was blocked. Comes back out again towards Declan Rice. Rice from distance. Hits the post. Kane on the follow-up. Volleys it into the ground and over the bar. And a sense that this will not be England's day. They're in the final 10 minutes. They trail. They've now come closer than ever before. But the effort from Declan Rice came back off the post. And Kane couldn't capitalise on the follow-up. Slovakia still lead. And England are 10 minutes away from going out.
Yeah, bouncing effort by Rice, slammed off the post and back out, and Kane craned his body round but couldn't get over it enough to drive it into the net.
Better though from England as Slovakia make another double change. Benes and Beno are the players that are coming on. Laszlo Benes, who plays his club football here in Germany for Union Berlin, he's a central midfielder. And Maciej Beno, who also plays for Germany, not a million miles from here in Bochum, came on for the closing moments against Romania. And the former Vitesse Arnhem man will also be coming on into the midfield. Kuchka and Duda, the two players that have been replaced. The two more straight swaps, just fresh legs in there. Stones be able to bring the ball out from the D on the edge of his own penalty area and get it wide towards Kyle Walker. Walker trying to ride a challenge, has done well to keep it in, and then win a throw, or it's come off in last. It's gone out of play for a Slovakian throw instead over on the far touchline. And Francesco Calzone's men are 8 minutes away now from the most famous win in their history. And to balance that up, this will be one of the most infamous defeats of England's. Unless Victor's got the ball now, inside his penalty area, plays it out towards John Stones. England leaving it late, playing without conviction, playing encumbered by pressure, playing without real idea. Long ball out towards Cole Palmer, controlled it well on the top of his foot. That was excellent play. He's won a throw. Really nice touch. Palmer taking the throw. Back through the midfield. He just ran away from Kobe Mainu. And it's won back again by the Slovakians. They've been able to play it forward with Suslo. They score a second and England are done for, and they'll work it forward now, and it might take a touch from the retreating Declan Rice, who came back, nudged it away from the Slovakian striker, past his goalkeeper, but then when he really needed it, he got another touch to it, flicked it away, and can get England going again. 7 to go. England still trail, as they've done for nearly an hour. They try and side through the midfield with Stones. He's won a free kick. Here's Stuart Pearce.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's straightforward. You get the ball out your feet, you look forward, you hit Palmer. Don't come back towards the ball, overload their defensive line with at least 5 of our players and play a forward pass.
Mainu sprints off, and Eza is on Ashley.
Yeah, for me, I still wanted to see Anthony Gordon come on. You know, it's the change that Gareth's made. Let's hope it works. Let's hope it pays off.
So Eza on, 7 minutes to go. England have still got 3 potential changes they can make. They've still got Tony and Watkins and Bowen and Gordon from the attacking ranks on the bench. Eza picking it up, getting it through the midfield. Not the best ball from him to Walker, and then the ball from Walker to Foden was even worse. England doing well to rescue it. Kane waiting for it. Eza just trying to pull the trigger and had it flicked away from him, but Bellingham's got it. 5 yards outside the penalty area, 6 to go. Bellingham trying to get past his man. Suslo has fouled him. Free kick to England, midway between the right-hand edge of the penalty area and the right-hand touchline, and about 3 yards shy of the edge of the box. They've got to make one of these set pieces count, because they're not creating enough from open play.
Well, probably it's the set plays where we get bodies in the box. We probably should have been doing that a little bit more readily in free play, to be quite honest with you.
He just has his shoulder down by his left-hand post. He's happy that the angles are correct. Foden to stand over this free kick. 2 in the wall. Rice the most advanced of the England players. Kane and Stones trying to get in there. It's straight into the hands of Dubravka, who might have caught it, elected to punch it. 2 England players went down and are swiftly back on their feet. Gahey and Stones just coming away now out of the penalty area, but staying forward. Gahey's actually trotted back. Stones is still there. It's played in towards Kane. Control it on the edge of the penalty area. His layout towards Eza was poor. Slovakia get it away, and will be able to seek solace in England territory just for a moment. Little reverse ball. Bojanic chasing after it, easily mopped up by Mark Gahey. 4.5 to go. 3 minutes of stoppage time, maybe 4. So England are within 7 or 8 minutes of the end of this game in terms of playing time. They've got possession with Palmer, scampering up the ball down the right-hand side. He's gone out for a throw.
We're chasing a goal and Cole's 10 yards inside their half. He needs to be right up on the shoulder of Cole Palmer.
Palmer's ball for Skriniar, heads it away. Gahey Gahey back out towards Palmer again. Kane showing for the ball, and Palmer is just not played in the right angle. And now the Slovakians are going to be able to bring it away. It's so easy to say from up here when the pressure isn't on our shoulders, but actually these are simple mistakes that have been made.
Yeah, but this has been all game now. We're making silly mistakes and giving the ball away in the wrong areas. There was a chance there for Cole Palmer, who's just come on to put the ball in the box, and he's not done it and give the ball away. And then we've just seen Declan Rice then in the centre midfield. We've said it the whole game that the six they want to press our players, and we just played another silly pass into midfield and lost the ball.
Shot straight at Jordan Pickford from distance. It came in from the tiring Lobotka. It's only the second attempt on target that either side have created today. England haven't had either of them, and there are only 3 minutes to go. A horrible, ugly performance. But can they salvage something? Can they get something to go back to the drawing board and take this to extra time? Saka into the feet of Jude Bellingham. Bellingham to Declan Rice. Rice to his right-hand side for Stones. Stones out of the right-hand touchline. This is better. A little reverse ball inside the penalty area towards the penalty spot. Lobotka got there. It wasn't the best delivery from Foden. England will have to make do with a corner.
Really good setup there. Nice slid pass, and Foden going in. Still would like to see more players in the box.
Foden to take this corner. Nearly everybody forward. Walker has stayed only about 20 yards from the penalty area. Everybody else is forward apart from Pickford. Left-footed ball swung in again, punched away by Dubravka, headed back in by Eza, and away. And then Eza picking it up again on the left-hand side of the box, and he's been judged to have pushed Lobotka over. This is not going to happen, I fear, for England. We're in the 89th minute, and England are trailing against the side ranked 40 places below them in the world rankings.
As we stand at the moment, Jim, we've not asked enough questions of this Slovakian side. I don't think they're an outstanding side by any means, but we played right into their hands. We played in front of their press for too long. We failed to turn them round often enough, and we failed to get players in the box and put their back line under any pressure whatsoever.
Under Gareth Southgate, England have played 37 matches against sides outside the top 40 in the world. They've lost only 1. That was the recent friendly defeat to Iceland. They've won 30 out of 36. Well, this is going to be another top 40, outside top 40 defeat by the look of it. And it's going to be the end of Gareth Southgate's reign, you would imagine, in the most ignominious circumstances. The end of England's hopes of winning the European Championships. They're going to salvage it. It's going to be in the last minute or later. Saka with a throw, finding Gahey. Down towards Saka again. Back for Gahey again. There's going to be 5 additional minutes. So England have 5.5 minutes to find a goal. Palmer coming off the right flank. No real tempo about England's play. Look for the little reverse in towards Eza, who made a run down the inside right channel. Easy for the Slovakians to knock it away. Backpedaling, Stones gets his head to the aerial clearance, and Pickford will come forward. He will now hit it, left-footed, very, very deep, easily chested down. England have lost purpose and all idea. Not that they've had much of it all afternoon, but this has slipped away from them, I think. About to go into stoppage time, and they will find out that there are 5 minutes to go. Now 6 minutes to go. It's been changed from 5 to 6, and England get a throw. Kane sending a ball out towards the right flank. Cole Palmer's got it. Palmer, who can be the hero for England? Who can salvage something from the jaws of unacceptability? Gahey, back for Rice. Rice down the left-hand touchline for Saka. Saka to Eza. Eza controlling. He's a lovely little pirouette, and he's got past Vavro, and he wins the corner. That was better, but England have got to make it count.
Yes, it was much better, but the cross needed to be slightly better than that. We've got another Slovakian player down, obviously buying time. This has got to be, this could be our last opportunity.
Patrick back on his feet without the need for treatment. Pickford stay back, everybody else forward. Ezra's going to take the corner. Swept it in deeper. Dubravka got the top of his hand to it. Bounces once inside the penalty area. Goes out the right-hand side of the box. Foden was shepherded over the line and thinking that he'd won a throw. He has in fact conceded one. And that will allow the Slovakians the opportunity to run the clock down. Well, over the last few years, there have been a catalogue of ignominious defeats. There haven't been too many bad moments under Gareth Southgate. But this is going to be the worst. You just can't sense that it's going to happen. It would be so harsh on the Slovakians if England were able to salvage something from this position. Pickford on the edge of the centre circle. Slovakia are going to make their final change in a moment. It's sent forward long by Pickford towards the right-hand side of the box. It's flicked on, hopefully, but aimlessly, and out of play for a goal kick. And there are 4 minutes of added time to go. Stones has gone down, just got a bang to the face there as he fell. Just came smack down on his nose. The Slovakians are going to make a change, and they're going to be bringing on the defender Norbert Jemba, who plays his club football in Italy for Salernitana. He will replace Schranz. So they're going to have a centre-half on. They'll play with a back five for the 3.5 minutes that remain. Schranz leaves the field, the hero and the goal scorer. Stu, this isn't happening.
No, I think we've seen that for a period of time now. I think we failed to cut them open, we failed to deliver passes that are telling in and around the box, and we failed to get too many forward passes, and we've probably been guilty of time wasting ourselves while going backwards and sideways in our own half on the build-up.
Schranz off, Jemba on, and it's going to be 5-4-1 for Slovakia in the time that remains. 3 additional minutes. Ivan Toney is going to be brought on in the 94th minute. Well, the next time the ball goes out of play, could be even later than that. Gahey volleying it forward. Foden's got it. Foden, head up, looking for a pass. Lays it back for Bukayo Saka. To Foden again. Foden inside his own half for Gahey. Gahey square towards John Stones. Stones pushing forward. England just trying to get the bodies into Slovakian territory. Palmer did his best to angle one down the line for Walker. It's cleared. Actually, it's out of play for an England throw. It is now or never.
It is exactly that. It's now or never. We need to get the ball in the box. We need to get Ivan Toney on the pitch. You know, we need to make the substitute as quick as possible. He needs to get himself in the box, and you know, we need to go and get that goal. We're desperate for it.
Here's Toney, and he's made his way onto the field. 2 minutes of stoppage time, maybe 2.5 to go. Toney waiting, trying to get on the end of this long throw inside the box. Defensive header was effective. Rice turning it back forward. Miscue by Lobotka. It's going to curl out of play, but for a throw rather than a corner. Toney on for Foden, incidentally. Another opportunity for Walker to send a long throw inside the penalty area. Rice trying to flick it on. Gahey can. Oh, it's in! Unbelievable! A Jude Bellingham overhead kick has spared all the blushes in the world. A day after he turns 21, Jude Bellingham provides the key to the door for England. They do not deserve that one iota. But a long throw inside the penalty area flicked on. Magnificent technique from Jude Bellingham. The overhead kick, wrong-footed Dubravka. England out of jail.
Well, I've got to say, wonderful goal by Bellingham. I've not seen a great deal of him today, but that one was worth its weight in gold. The other side of that is all come from a long throw. Throw the ball in the box, get numbers in there, and it's the most basic of goals you'll ever get. But we've turned the opportunity down in free play so many times. Game on now.
Absolutely extraordinary. A goal in the 5th minute of stoppage time. Jude Bellingham, second of the tournament. His 5th for his country. England 1, Slovakia 1. Parity snatched from the jaws of defeat, and England somehow are still in there fighting. Now Slovakia play it forward. They will be crestfallen, heartbroken at the way that has got away from them. Lobotka playing it back towards Vavro. Vavro to the Slovakian left. Opportunity now 15 yards inside their own half to bring the ball forward. Referee's checked his watch. Had 2 substitutions within stoppage time and the goal. So there might yet be a minute left to play. England fans making cacophonous noise all around the stadium. They know just how fortuitous that is. A goal of quality after a performance that exuded anything but. Kane caught in possession. Lobotka winning it back. Slovakians looking for the long ball over the top. And we go to extra time. England looked as though they were out of the tournament. Bellingham gets them out of jail. Extra time to come. It's England 1, Slovakia 1. Okay, so this is how England are lining up now. Pickford in goal. Walker, Stones, Gahey and Saka. Palmer, Rice, Bellingham and Eza. Kane and Tony. Slovakia, Dubravka in goal. Pekarik, Vavro, Skriniar, Jemba, Hansko, Benesh, Lobotka, Berro and Suslo, and Bozenic up front. So England only made 3 changes in the 90 minutes. They can now make 3 more. It was 2. They get an extra one because the game has gone into extra time. 3 changes left. And Harry Kane will get us back underway for the first period of extra time. Goodness knows how that has happened. Tony flicking the ball out towards the right hand side for Saka. Tony again on the right hand side of the box. Takes it down towards the corner flag and is fouled. And it's a free kick right down by the corner flag at the beginning of the second half for England.
Yeah, Ivan Tony there, just using his experience, just drawing the challenge and going to ground, but he's gone to ground in a fantastic position for us to toss the ball in the box, and we've got to take, as we were speaking with Ash at the break there, we've got to keep this momentum, Ash.
Yeah, of course. You know, we've got that goal, and you know, psychologically for Slovakia, that will knock them. So the ball's coming in there.
And then he comes, it's headed in, and headed in from Harry Kane! Ball in from the right hand side, flicked on, and Kane is there in the first minute of extra time. England have turned it around. It's the biggest escape from jail since the Shawshank Redemption. 2-1. Goodness knows how, but they're going to get away with it.
Well, goals have come from direct play. For 90 minutes we've stood up here and said, please get it forward, get it into the box, get numbers in the box, and within the space of 60 seconds, Jim, we've done exactly that, and the Slovakians look dead now. They really do.
They do, and I was just saying it just before the free kick then, that psychologically, you know, they look dead and buried, and you know, look at us now, we've got the wind in ourselves, and like we said, we wanted to see the ball in the box. We got the ball in the box. We then recycled it again. A flip over to Harry Kane, and you know, Harry Kane does what he does best and gets on the score sheet.
Yeah, well done, Ivan Tony as well. Draw the free kick out wide. He's the one who's kept it alive from the official shot.
A shot coming in from the edge of the penalty area. It was flicked on, and Kane was there. Just walked onto it, powered a header in. And Bellingham on 90 plus 5, Kane on 91, England 2, Slovakia 1. And Kane makes it 7 goals in 7 games, or the last 7 games of knockout tournament football. It's his 14th goal in his last 17 internationals. His 65th for his country. And England have somehow been able to turn it around. Slovakia back inside their own half. Skriniar. Long ball play forward by Jemba. Now England are going to have defending to do. They haven't really had any defending to do since the 25-minute mark when Schranz scored the goal. England have changed the shape, of course, since then. They've gone 4-4-2. And they've got to make sure that they're able to repel anything the Slovakians throw at them from here. 3 gone in extra time. With TalkSport, England 2, Slovakia 1. 10 minutes ago, England were heading out of the tournament, and now they're in front. Ball played inside the England penalty area. Saka is able to play to Stones. Stones drives it forward, and it goes out of play. And it's going to be a goal kick which will be taken by Jordan Pickford. But first of all, the potential that Hanscom might need a little bit of treatment there, because the ball was driven and he went straight into his middle. England have changed things around tactically now, Stu.
Yeah, they have. Saka looks as though he's playing almost the right wing back this side, 3 central defenders. This is how I'm seeing it. In Walker, Stones and Gahey, with Eza playing as a sort of left wing back, if you like. When they drop into shape, it's almost a 5.
And Saka on the right hand side, so it is almost the 3-2-4-1 formation that we've been calling upon for a while. 4 gone in extra time. You would talk sport. England 2, Slovakia 1. Flicked on by Tony. Bounces down in the midfield. Tony able to help it on again. Harry Kane over the top of the right hand side of the penalty area. Saka making his way forward. And the Slovakia defenders has gone down just outside the box. Just a boot that was raised a little bit high in towards Skriniar. Not too high, mind. And he's in need of a little bit of treatment. Free kick to Slovakia just outside their own penalty area. England leading Slovakia by 2 goals to 1. Southgate just in discussion with Steve Holland, and between them making a couple of notes and exchanging some views. It's changed to an extent, I would imagine, the tone of the England debrief with Ashley Young, Adrian Durham, Stuart and myself, Jim Bradley, which will be coming your way on TalkSport's YouTube channel. It might not have changed your views on this performance. Results all important in tournament football. Have your say on the sports bar, which follows from 8 o'clock tonight here on TalkSport. Don't forget, Jeff and Gabby bringing TalkSport breakfast tomorrow morning from 6. I have plenty to say. Fancy something different on your morning commute? Check out the Chris Evans Breakfast Show. Weekdays from 6:30 on Virgin Radio. That's on DAB or through the app. 96-minute here in Helsinki. The scene of England elimination from major tournament in the past. And now, as things stand, if England don't concede any more goals, it won't be again. Ball goes out towards the Slovakian right-hand side. They're all blue. They've had the majority of possession in the last 5 minutes since England took the lead for the first time. Skriniar playing the ball. It's cut out easily. Saka is going to be able to work it forward, but then with a tired challenge, just lost his way. Hansko can play it forward. Back out to Suslo. Suslo, 5 yards in for the left-hand touchline. Plays it out to Barrow. Skriniar 20 yards outside the box, goes square to his right. Barrow's got it again. Barrow to Suslo once more, a yard in from the left-hand touchline. His ball in, takes a deflection, and it's hit both Saka and then Walker, and then Rice back on his own dead ball line will turn it forward towards Tony. Tony trying to hold it up and has done well because he's won the free kick from Jemba, who's pulled him back, and England with better shape about them now in this 5-3-2.
Top quality hold-up play there by Tony, just backed into his man, induced the foul. And if you were wondering whether Luke Shaw's going to kick a ball in this tournament, at the moment Eza is playing left wing back or left back if you like, and he's still on the bench. That tells me he won't be kicking a ball this tournament, because now it's now or never for a left back.
We've seen Trippier there today, we've seen Saka, we've now seen Eza. Midway through the first period of extra time here on TalkSport, it's England 2, Slovakia 1. An extraordinarily unlikely scoreline as the game went deep into stoppage time about 10-12 minutes ago. England equalising in the 5th minute of stoppage time and then scoring again almost immediately after the restart. Stones down towards Kyle Walker. Walker forward towards Saka. Saka takes a touch, comes back towards the halfway line. He's done well to turn it around the corner for Kane. Kane diverting it towards the edge of the penalty area. Slovakia are able to mop up.
I think that's what we need to do. We need to keep the ball more. We need to make them chase us down now. Keep moving the ball quickly, keep getting the ball into Ivan Toney, have Harry Kane playing off him, and then once they've got the ball, just stay in our shape. Like we're saying, Saka's now right wing back, Eze looks like he's gone to left wing back. We just need to stay in a tight shape, make them go around the sides, and when we can, win the ball and hopefully go on and get another goal.
The Slovakians themselves have only got one change left, and they made a number of defensive-minded changes as the game went on in a bid to stifle England, and as a consequence, too many attacking options that they can call upon. Harris Lee, the danger man down the left-hand side, has long since departed. They've rotated the strikers round. Shenik, who came on, is played past by Pickford. Long ball forward from him. And Tony can't hold that one up. We'll go all the way through towards Norbert Jemba. And Jemba's going to be able to play out from the back. He played against England back in Euro 2016. The game ended up as being a draw, a 0-0 draw in St Etienne. The only game between these two in history that England haven't won. Jemba firing another ball out towards the far touchline. Eze, who, like Jude Bellingham, celebrated his birthday yesterday, gets his head to it, goes out towards the far side. Slovakia will win it back. Here's Lobotka. Lobotka making his way towards the edge of the box, will turn and then go back behind square. Jemba playing a sweeper to his left hand side. Well worked forward here by Skriniar. Skriniar to Hansko. Hansko firing the ball into a potentially dangerous area. Pickford comes out and makes the play right in front of our England correspondent, Faye Carruthers. Faye, what do you think?
He's been telling everybody to calm down. He himself has been very calm, actually, apart from when that goal went in from Harry Kane. This feels like a completely different England side, and by the way, I can just tell you, Conor Gallagher is putting his shirt on. We might be seeing another change.
So Gallagher potentially will be the next cab off the rank, England's fourth. He sends a long ball forward which bounces on the edge of the Slovakian penalty area and straight into the hands of Martin Dubravka. Hurricanes now scored 14 goals at major tournaments. Only 14 European players have either netted more than him. He's in good company. Ronaldo, Klose, Gerd Müller and Klinsmann, the only men that have scored more. Played 100 minutes. England 2, Slovakia 1.
Just looking at Bellingham, he looks absolutely out on his legs, and I think he might be the change.
One of potentially two changes, because I think Ezri Konsa potentially might be coming on as well. Gallagher for Bellingham. We expect to be the first of those imminent changes. And England just calming things down, possession for possession's sake through their penalty area now, with stones out towards Walker.
Just a little bit nervous about potential giveaway of possession, trying to play out, trying to slow play down at the back. I understand possession, yes, just be mindful of the press.
Skriniar to Jemba. Still inside his own half, the Slovakian substitute. The centre half gets it back again. Led in by Pavro. Now out towards Milan Skriniar again, the PSG defender, to his left-hand side for the substitute Suslo. Suslo coming in off the left-hand touchline will take on Saka, and Saka's gone well. He's just been able to prevent the ball going out of play for what would have been Slovakia's first corner of the day. Saka picking himself up a little bit gingerly. He's back in position. It was a throw. Harry Kane back defending from England. They've got it all 11 back behind the ball. Skriniar laying it back towards the edge of the centre circle here. Beto to his right-hand side, Lobotka to Vavra.
Yeah, we've got to be careful here at the moment. The body language of the players, Ash, is though the England players are flat on their feet, as though their work's done, and it's the Slovakians who look as though they've got the energy about them.
Yeah, that's right. And, even though we're staying in our shape and we're keeping the ball, but like you're saying, we look like we're sinking further and further back into our box, and that's not what we want. We need to get ourselves up the pitch. We need to get the ball to Ivan Toney, to get the ball to Harry Kane, and stop their threats of trying to get in behind us. But like I say, we want to contain them, we want to stay compact, but we still need to get out and get the ball up the pitch.
It's 2-1 England. We played 103 minutes minutes here on TalkSport. We're in extra time coming up at 8 o'clock tonight on TalkSport 2. Spain-Georgia. Spain making 10 changes, so they've gone pretty much back to the side that started the tournament. Emerick Laporte, the only player retained. Georgia are unchanged. It is the same Spanish side that played against Italy, and that game's live on TalkSport 2, and it's coming up at 8 o'clock. Slovakia try and work it forward. There was that a push by Eza. The Slovakians thought so, the referee didn't. Play goes on. Saka working it forward here for Cole Palmer. England's double change will be made in a moment. Palmer's done well. He's ridden the challenge of Suslo. He's inside the penalty area. Little left-footed ball clipped towards Ivan Toney. Didn't get there. Saka goes down inside the box. Referee waves him up again. I think he got it correct. Ball will go out towards Pekarik. And England claiming that they've got a throw over on the far side, and Jude Bellingham tried to win a throw, flick it off. Pekarik was on his knees with his hands up like a rock god for a moment on stage in the full flow. He didn't get the decision. We've got a minute of the first period of extra time still to go. It's fair to say that the mood here in Gelsenkirchen has changed. 2 goals that have maintained seemingly England's progress in this tournament, but really just polyphony. There's so much to debate about the way that England played in the opening 95 minutes of this game. Well, they lead by 2 goals to 1, and 3 more scruffy wins from here will do just nicely. They've got to hold on here as well, of course. Then the double England change will be made at half-time in extra time, which is imminent. Suslo back inside the centre circle. Jemba back to him again. Suslo, left-footed ball, it's a really good pass, and the left-hand side of the penalty area, left-footed right inside the box, and it's fired over the bar. Pekarik coming in from right back, I think probably would have been offside, but he got goal side of Eza, he lost his man, and England have got away with it.
Well, I've got to say, the England team think their work's done, I think. Honestly, with their tempo, they've got to rally themselves and say, hey, come on, we need to get this game back and get momentum and wrestle momentum back, because, believe me, if they get an equaliser, we've got a big problem.
Because all the momentum will be with Slovakia. They've done well to wrestle it back here, actually, from England, because England have completely lost their way again.
Yeah, they have done, and it looks like we've gone and got the goal and we've sat back on it, and we can't do that because we know what Slovakia can do. They've just shown it there. Could have been possibly offside. They didn't score, thankfully, but like we say, we need to get possession back. We need to start playing again because Slovakia are a threat.
England have shown a weakness and inability to be able to hold on to a lead against Denmark. A 1-1 draw in that game where England scored first and were very lucky to end up with a positive result. England far from great against Serbia in a winning position in the first game of the tournament. They've got to make sure that they hold on here and see this out effectively. Last knockings of stoppage time at the end of the first period of extra time. Saka in towards Palmer on the edge of the box. Palmer just nudging it away from Lobotka to Declan Rice. Rice going out towards Berici Eza. Eza to Toney, but he didn't get the return ball, and Toney's brushes are spared by the whistle going at half-time in extra time. And Adrian will turn round with England 2-1 to begin. And confirmation of that double change. Kane and Bellingham, 2 goal scorers off, and Gallagher and Konsa are on. So I'm telling you, will be back through the middle on his own, and England will shuffle things around again. Ezri Konsa has only played, as far as we could find, 12 minutes of senior football in his career at left back. He's on at left back for the next 15. Those 12 minutes came against Bosnia and Newcastle, where they actually were half decent in the second half of that game. And he played all across the back line, including 12 minutes in a back four that included Branthwaite, Duncan, Alexander-Arnold. And he's on here at left back again in a knockout stage of a major tournament, on for his tournament debut. England kick it from right to left. They're in all white. Slovakians in all blue haven't made any additional changes, so both sides have 1 left. And 50 seconds into the second period of extra time, England already scored by now in the first period of extra time. just joining us, Jude Bellingham on 90 plus 5, Kane on 91 in extra time. England trail for 70 minutes in this game, but are now leading it with 14 to go. You would talk sport every kick of every game of the Euros here on the TalkSport network. The shot comes in from distance from the Slovakians. Took a couple of deflections, the second of which off Gay, he took the pace out of the shot, and Pickford could scramble out of his 6-yard box at the left-hand side of his penalty area and make a comfortable gather, and just wait for players to push upfield before launching it long. England 2, Slovakia 1. We'll hear from Ashley Young in a moment, but here's Stuart Pearce.
Yeah, at the moment we're looking like a team that's looking to see the game out rather than a team that are desperate to keep that ball out of their net, and too many spaces developing in and around our half.
And I take it from the way that you said that that's not the right tactic in your mind.
No, it isn't. It certainly isn't. As I say, we just said they've just played through our ranks. Fortunate to turn it over.
Tony, as the ball fell to his feet, lays it back for Gallagher. Gallagher to Walker, who's playing on the right of 3 centre halves now. And Gallagher picking it up again, the blonde-haired midfielder going back for Stones. Stones to his left-hand side for Gahey. His Conser at left-back in a 5. 2.5 minutes gone in the second period of extra time. And Pickford plays it out towards his right-hand side for John Stones. And Ashley Young, you mirror what Stuart has said there, that England, approach-wise, have got this wrong, trying to sit on the lead as they are at the moment.
Yeah, I'm totally with Stuart on that one, because it's like we said, Slovakia can hurt us, and they're starting to get some pockets of space, and like I say, you sink further and further back, it brings the opposition onto you, and that's not what we want. We want to see players like Eze doing this, running, getting us up the pitch, drawing fouls, and taking the sting out of the game. And we need to get the ball in their half and play in their half, and stop letting them try and dictate the game from now on.
Well, it was an excellent touch from Declan Rice to get England on the front foot via Ivan Toney. The ball came to Eze, and Eze taking it on, and Favreau unceremoniously just ducked his left shoulder in like an ice hockey player. Stopped him finding a way through. He's in the book. He's the 7th player to have his name taken. Slovakia will make their final change, and they'll do it with 12 minutes to go. And they're taking off the right back Pekarik, and they're going to be bringing on a striker, Lubomir Tukta, who plays his club football for Slovan Liberec in the Czech Republic. He only made his debut in September. He's only scored a couple of club goals since October. He comes on now. Final change for Slovakia. It's his 7th cap. They've all come off the bench. England's still got one left. Free kick taken. Tossed up by Gahey, looking for Tony. Slovakia win the first ball, they win the second ball, they win the third ball. They'll be able to bring it forward towards halfway. A little layoff comes towards Lobotka. He still can make Slovakia tick from this deep line midfield position. Gallagher is in there, and he's given a free kick away in a shooting position just outside the penalty area, just right of centre. I say just outside, it's actually by the time the ball's spotted down a little bit further back, it's probably 11-12 yards outside the box, just right of centre, and Pickford immediately sets about lining up a 4 or 5 man wall.
It's all come from our free kick that we had. We have a situation, we spread to play, and then we decide to chip it into Ivan Toney, who's isolated on his own, and when the ball breaks down, there's a counter-attack on, and it's the last thing you do. If you're going to pop it into Ivan Toney, get bodies around him and sustain the ball in that area.
So, why the naivety?
I don't know whether it's the pressure of the occasion or whatever. There's been a naivety for 90 minutes, Jim, to be honest with you. We've played and tried to play through their press very unsuccessfully and encouraged them.
Free kick is taken from distance. Pickford can watch it fly over the bar. It was whacked in by Tukta. First touch for him since coming on. And he just got it to rise a little bit too much over the 4-man wall. Might have been on target. I think Conser would have been able to get his head to it. Pickford easily had it covered. It's gone over the bar and out of play for a goal kick. And all of a sudden, England are only 9.5 minutes away from a quarter-final of a major tournament again. Pickford waving everybody upfield. We're in the 111th minute of the game. England 2, Slovakia 1. Clearance left-footed by Pickford, and it's gone into the England technical area on the full. Throw taken quickly by Favreau. Favreau back for Gemma. Gemma's 15 yards inside his own half. Brings it forward inside the centre circle. No pressure coming on him from Ivan Toney, so he can take another 3 or 4 touches. Plays it towards Favreau. Favreau in towards Toney, which wasn't his intention. And then Toney lost it immediately. He just couldn't get the ball out from between his feet. Second touch ended up being a tackle. And England have given another free kick away. This isn't one yet. This is far from Benesh is going to stand over this free kick, and he's fired it in towards Favreau, right hand side of the penalty area. An aerial delivery is headed away by Eza, and England fans behind the goal actually threw spurious ball on pitch just for a moment there as the ball came inside the penalty area, as if to try and disrupt things. That ball's still actually on the pitch over on the far touchline, and is now tapped over the line into the hoardings by one of the Slovakia players. They're taking a throw, they're taking it short. It's back out towards the right hand side. Low fizzing cross comes in from Berra, and it's blocked by Ezra and goes out for another throw. 10 yards from the corner flag, 8 minutes to go. England leading 2-1. It's a scoreline that doesn't begin to tell the story. Poor clearance from Rice, back in by Barrow. It's Barrow's almost on the edge of the 6-yard box, and England get it away. Out towards Benesh. Benesh turning it back towards Lobotka. England are hanging on now, they're on the ropes. Haven't seen any attacking intent from Slovakia. We're certainly seeing some now. Pickford, with a good piece of communication, told Walker to leave a swirling ball inside its penalty area. Once he did so, he kicked it out of play for a goal kick. 7 left. England 2, Slovakia 1, but there's still such a nervousness permeating from those England players.
There certainly is. I think that nervousness is coming from me and you and all of us up here as well, by the way. We're certainly not in control of this game at this moment, and the quicker the whistle goes, the better.
I think that's exactly right. There's a lot of nerves around the stadium. I think England fans have gone quiet. The players on the pitch look nervous as well, and we just need to desperately get this over the line and get into the next round.
That's Ashley Young. Great having his insight today. The Everton player, former England World Cup semi-finalist. Barrow plays the ball forward. It's headed down by Stones, then brought under control by Rice. Through the midfield towards Palmer. Palmer rides a couple of challenges and then goes to his left for Consta. Consta controls it, lays it back for Gahey. If England hang on here, Gahey will be suspended incidentally for the quarter final. He picked up a yellow card very early in this game. It is still if England hang on. Ball is launched forward. Toney again tries to buy a free kick and has done that. And Jemba's angry reaction, he threw his arm across his body after the referee was just sucking into giving England the free kick there, and his reaction has been rewarded with a yellow card. So he's the 5th Slovakia player booked, and England will have a free kick inside their own half of the centre circle.
In all honesty, if you can't keep possession of the ball, you got a free kick and they press onto you, all you do is drop it into Ivan Toney or buy free kicks, drop it into his chest and get bodies around to support, to sustain the ball in and around where he is.
That's all England need to do.
That's all he does in the Premier League, week in, week out. So when he steps in an England shirt, play to his strengths.
Toney on for only his 4th cap. Here's Eza. Eza on the left-hand side, trying to find his way through. There were 3 blue-shirted players converging on him. He was unable to get inside the penalty area. Better winning it back. Suslo back for Lobotka. Still, England need to try and stop him getting on the ball and playing. There's another excellent ball forward from him. Goes out to the left-hand side of the penalty area. Lobotka again. This is recycled back. Gallagher coming in there and eventually putting a challenge in on it, but Lobotka can work it to his right-hand side. Favreau making his way forward from centre half. Tried to cross, it's come off Gahey and goes out for the first Slovakian corner of the night.
Yeah, it's going to come in the box. They're going to load the box up. They've got 7, 8 players in there. The goalkeeper's got to be strong. The defenders have got to be strong. No fouls.
4 to go. England lead 2-1 just before the corner comes in. The Turkish referee is concerning himself with the pushing and shoving that is going on inside the box. It's in front of Jordan Pickford. Hansko is in there, the bearded left back. He's trying to make life difficult. Again he comes in. It's handed away by Ivan Toney out towards Eze. Eze will volley it forward. He's trying to cushion a little volley forward. England will be able to push out. After the Slovakian goalkeeper comes out and locks up. England 3.5 minutes away from limping through to the quarterfinals here. Doctor again trying to work the ball forward. Favreau is staying further forward now. They're keeping Jemba back, but other than that, throwing all hands to the pump really as they look for the second equaliser of this game. They'll probably take it to penalties. Cross comes in from the right hand side from Suslo. It's blocked by Conte. Goes out of play for a throw that Barrow will take, and then an England fan on this near touchline again. Volley the ball onto the field in open play. Shot comes in from Bozenic from the tight angle inside the penalty area, straight into the side netting. The England fans there, once the ball had gone out of play for a throw, threw it and hit the man that was in possession. They continued. Bozenic hits the side netting. England edging ever closer.
And doing exactly that. Pickford's got the ball now, and he's got to just drop the ball right onto the head of Ivan Toney and get people around him. Ivan Toney's gone to the opposite side of the pitch where he should be. Because Pickford's been told he cannot go over to the other side of the 6-yard box.
Pickford takes the goal kick. It's forward. It goes over the head of Eze. It's returned. And then flipped over the top again by Mark Gahey. Toney going up for it. Skriniar mops up, nods it back to his goalkeeper, but there are only 2 minutes of stoppage time to go. 2 minutes of extra time, beg your pardon, to go. Probably a minute of stoppage time to be added on. England 3 minutes away from a place in the last 8. Is Lobotka. England's equaliser in normal time came much later than this. He goes out towards the far side for the Slovakians. England keeping a tight shape back behind the ball as best they can. Lobotka's got it. Gallagher going and putting the pressure on. Lobotka working through the midfield. Skriniar gives it back. Gets the better of Gallagher. Lobotka back for Skriniar again. Skriniar to Lobotka once more. They're edging closer with this series of 1-2s between the pair of them. Piggy in the middle with Conor Gallagher. Now it comes out towards the right hand side. England flooding their own penalty area. High ball worked in by Jemba. Heads go up for it. Should be Pickford. He can watch it wide. It's gone out. It's a goal kick. By the time he takes it, we'll be in the 120th and final minute with England leading 2-1.
Well, England managed to do well there, ratting around the ball outside the box in wide areas and forcing the Slovakians to hurriedly put it in the box. And fortunately, had enough numbers to nullify the cross.
Pickford will take this goal kick. And he smacks it. Left footed from the edge of the 6-yard box. Ivan Toney backing in, trying to take the ball on the full. Slovakia will clear. Work back towards Jemba. And Norwood Jemba brings it forward. Fourth official's got the numbers board in his hands. There's going to be at least a minute of stoppage time at the end of this second period of extra time. All England have got left really is seconds. Lobotka playing it forward. England leading 2-1. But here's Favreau making his way forward. He goes out towards Suslo. Suslo clipping the ball inside the penalty area. Imperative that England make first contact there. They do. He goes back towards the edge of the penalty area. Rice with the challenge. England trying to play their way out. And Toney can, and he puts it into space. And Palmer can bring it forward as we go to 1 additional minute. And he's just got to take it down to the corner flag and retain possession. Comes in towards Ivan Toney. And he's blazed it over the bar. Hits the target there. England would have won 3-1. As it is, it's a goal kick. Dubravka will take it, and there's still 45 seconds to go. Surely the corner flag was the option there.
It was damn obvious. It was the obvious one. But I think we're going to see this out. I'm going to say it. I know I shouldn't. I think we'll see it out. Slovakians look as though they're slowing play down. They're looking to get it wide to put it in the box.
Suslo. 15 seconds to go. Suslo on the right-hand side, trying to wriggle his way through. Can he beat Esri Consri? He has got inside the penalty area. Little flick header. Pickford comes out and claims it. And that's going to see England over the line. He throws himself at the feet of Hansco. The minute of stoppage time is up. Pickford turns, fist pumps, and encourages celebration from the crowd. Massive grin on his face. And England have won. They say in tournament football, the result is everything. Here in Gelsenkirchen, it's been the only thing. A performance short of quality and character, but with an extraordinary equalising goal and a winning goal from the captain seconds after we went into extra time. A desperate England performance, but they've won and they are in the quarter-finals for a fourth successive major tournament. And an angry reaction for a moment there as England players went towards the referee. There's now a skirmish going on the edge of the centre circle. The referee will be keeping an eye on that. Substitutes from both sides involved as well. It looks as though it's diffused pretty quickly. But never has a chorus of Sweet Caroline been imbued with relief rather than rejoice, as it is here in Gelsenkirchen tonight. England have properly got away with one. They've won it 2-1. Switzerland in Dusseldorf next on Saturday.